Hi, my name is Julian, and you're about to watch a 5th edition game of Dungeons & Dragons, a fantasy role-playing adventure. Now, before we go into watching the Harbinger Tourney, there's a few things I wanted to brief you on, just in case you haven't played Dungeons & Dragons before, or you don't really know what's going on. First, there's a Dungeon Master, or Game Master. That's me. They're an omnipresent narrator who establishes a setting and kind of voices the non-player characters as well. Second, there's the players. Now, these players play characters and role-play them and interact with the Game Master. Finally, there's dice. Now, dice is what you use to basically interact with the environment. Let's say, for example, that the player characters wanted to jump over a chasm, and the Game Master was like, okay, roll. That roll will determine if the character will jump over the chasm successfully, or plummet to an unfortunate death. Dungeons & Dragons is a constant improvisational game between a group of friends in a world conjured by our imagination. Now, to that end, this world and this game is completely unscripted. The Harbinger Tourney is a homebrew 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the Forgotten Realm. This will be the only time that I mention it, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. The Harbinger Tourney will be available on YouTube and on iTunes as a podcast. There'll also be little time signatures so you can stop and start and watch at your own leisure as well and see where you're up to based on those little time anecdotes. New episodes will be uploaded every Wednesday, and I really hope you enjoy the adventure as we had as much fun playing it. Thanks, guys. So welcome to the Harbinger Tourney, an epic tale for the early adventurer. Last time our party adventurers had entered the Harbinger Tourney, a large festival/tourney for magic and might. You found your way into the honor claim where you met with Fernando Foreshadow, a halfling who seemed interested in joining you guys, if that's the right word to go for, who sort of accompanied you as the squire. That's what's needed for a group when they enter the Harbinger Tourney. So you went to the keep where you were introduced to Drakar Lovelace, the ruler of Lorien, who started the whole festival with a big bang, and you guys essentially, why are you laughing? So you essentially went to the, you first went to the arena and you fought with a cockatrice, this large stone-like creature, and were aptly named the All-Stars, and that's been
Fuck yeah, we were. Forgot about that.
You guys then ventured to the trade district, which is only a stone's throw away, and you met with Hathlick, who owned the Respite, this large inn where basically everyone goes to at the end of the day. You sort of went through the natural motions. You went and found a rope seller.
I got the best rope ever.
Got some good rope.
He got the best rope.
The best rope.
With
rope of question.
Yeah, unknown enchantments.
Unknown.
Actually,
It
you should
could
spend
be.
an hour studying that.
Yeah, I'll let you know what it is.
Intelligence.
Otherwise than that, you guys were then told that Hathlick's wares had been stolen. So you decided to go find out what was going on. You went to this warehouse where you found this strange monster tried to attack you, this large zombie-like cultist who tried to raise the dead, but you managed to defeat the things just before they rose. You also found this young boy who was hidden in the corner who gave one of you a ledger. I think it was you, because you, so we gave you a ledger, and I've got some details on what happened with that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm forgetting the magical beard wax.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And you got the magical beard wax that
Julian,
Hathlick had given you.
I think you're also missing out on a beautiful dice game, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We'll approach that.
That Julian forgot the rules of.
Even though the rules are the name.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
The
that in a
national
second.
pastime.
Yes, Hathlick was made a fool by Upsy Downsy or whatever it is.
How could I forget about
Hi Lucy.
Upsy downsy.
Regardless, you guys awaken on the second day. I assume you guys spent the night in the respite, or if you guys pitched a tent, you pitched a tent. I think for this, we'll say you stayed in the respite. Before we begin, Alupine, you're first awoken by your young rabbit friend, who kind of rustles himself up onto the bed, and you're kind of half asleep. and it sort of starts licking your face, and you pick it up, and it looks at you and says, "So how are you feeling about everything?"
Like emotionally, or
Just everything. I mean, look, I led you here, and now you're here, and how are you feeling? You were a bit, weren't too sure about the fight yesterday. If you need some clarification, what we're doing here.
I'm overwhelmed by the grandiose of the task at hand and whether
Right,
I'm on the right track.
The whiskers kind of... No, this is by
cool.
herself. The rabbit's whiskers kind of like toy a little bit, and it looks around and says, well, I mean, we've got some things we've got to do, but we don't really know what they are yet. We kind of get given these things.
Do you have an idea or not?
Not really. I was sent to you, and now we're here.
Right.
But I know that if we do the right thing, that, we'll feel it, right?
That's right.
So the rabbit kind of sits down and looks at you and says so about what happened yesterday at the warehouse. Maybe that's what we're here for.
Well, they were skeletons, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't have much interest in human
No,
skeletons.
but I mean, we serve something else. Perhaps this is what we're meant to fight.
That's fair. Maybe it's just been put in our path, and it's what we're going to do. Well, if that's what you want to do, rabbit friend,
Oh, it's up to you. I was making sure you were okay.
How are you feeling?
Oh, great. I could use with some food.
Totally. I go to my rucksack and I get out a piece of stale bread. I think that's all I've got.
Yeah, you got some stale bread, and it regards it from a size as much as a rabbit can sigh, and starts nibbling.
Lamness bread.
Lamness bread. So you eventually all find your way exiting the rooms that you stayed in. You find yourself going towards the entrance of the respite, and you see Fernando in the early mornings. Looks like he's had no sleep, just scrubbing the floors. And he looks up at you and says, you've awakened. I've been up all night paying off my debt. And he just keeps cleaning everything up. But I assume you want to go somewhere now?
Can I have tried to make cheese the night before?
Just roll a d20 and add your proficiency and intelligence
What's
modifier.
my proficiency?
So +2 and then your intelligence modifier, which is...
16!
-1, so 17.
But +2 because of his
Yeah,
proficiency.
17.
Oh, 17 total? I think with the limited resources you have, you've
I have
made...
a cheese-making kit.
Yeah, I know. But let's clarify. You have a cheese-making kit, but you also have no cheese-making things. You need milk and...
Can rabbits?
No.
Wait, so that's a 17. What?
I feel so what happens if you spend a good solid 2 hours, you let it rest for the evening, and as you wake up, you see this fistful worth of this hard dry cheese, because you haven't had any liquid to try and make it a proper creamy cheese. So it's quite hard. And do you want to taste it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll taste.
It tastes bitter, but it tastes like cheese.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you know what? You're pretty proud of that.
I motioned to everyone, morning cheese, morning cheese.
I firmly but politely decline.
Morning cheese.
I'll take some of that. I didn't get any food last
I
night.
sprinkle it into your mouth.
Thank you. Now, where are we off to today? And he kind of sets the broom and the things behind, and you see Hathlick now walk out. Now the tavern is not really in use at the moment. It seems to be quite, just recovering for a new day. You can hear the early sounds outside of tinging and things like that, but inside it's very quiet. And Hathlick comes around the side and says, yes, Fernando, you've done well for the day. I guess you can go do your thing, but I'll see you tonight to help me set up. And Fernando says, yes, I will do that for you. But first I must help you. So, and he puts the broom down in the bucket and everything, and puts his hands together. Well, where do you want to go? We've got morning ahead of us. We have the arena. We can go check out that again. We can go back to that warehouse where it wasn't too great because there was death things, but we'll find out anyway.
Is there campus security or something?
Some kind of
Perhaps some sort of campus cop?
Oh my god, take a drink.
That wasn't in character. Should we ask that in character?
Yeah, what's that again?
Could you zoom in on a
Is there some sort of campus security or something? There's the militia who look after the place. They're Lorian's guard, but in terms of a bodyguard, no. That's more so the militia's job. Lorian, the commander you saw at the honor claim, and you remember that large dragonborn figure who was walking behind. That's essentially like the leader of that general sect.
Well, I turn to my friends and I say, well, you know what? I turn to the people who are next to me.
Whoever
And I
this is.
say, well, perhaps we should go to this Lorian guy, see what he knows about
Lorian's
undead sorcerers.
Lorian's the kingdom.
Can I roll for confusion on his voice change?
You might be wondering why my voice has changed. Every morning I was cursed by a witch, and every morning my voice, I'm like a regular Martin Morning.
Deep cut reference.
No, but do you know Martin Morning's a French show, so it's actually Martin Martin. That's why he's called Martin Morning.
So
This is good
you
content.
ask this, and he says, no, that's the guard. We can go talk to them. Have you looked over the ledger?
Have I? I have not.
You haven't?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
So you have this like large black ledger that the child gave to you,
Yeah.
and you haven't really looked.
I had time to
just
make
yet.
cheese. What were you doing?
Singing Milan into the mirror.
Fair.
May I look now?
Yeah, of course. So you just
Okay.
breeze through it.
I have a sim.
You find a few pages that are like worthy. It takes about like 10 minutes going through it, and I assume the rest of you you start eating morning breakfast.
Morning cheese.
Fernando helps prepare that. One of the first entries is 20 days ago, and this is like between just general
Recent
maintenance. A strange man approached us in the night and told us to stop causing trouble. Bloody sod, does it look like we want to cause trouble? Maybe this kingdom gave a damn, we wouldn't have to steal. What's stranger is the farm that was supposedly burned by dragon flame is untouched. It should be ripe to be stolen. No one will miss it. And so you look through and you can see they've done like daily exercises to go to these fields and steal the grain. They've been selling it to gain a profit. The more notable entry is 12 days ago, where it's really quick scroll and it says, a few of our scouts have gone missing. What's worse is our stolen grain is rotten. It smells like death. And so like as it continues on, you notice that the trade begins to stop. It seems that they've run out of the grain and it begins to decay. The last few pages are 7 days ago, and there's only one that's 7 days ago and one that's 1 day ago. The one that's 7 days ago is very quickly drawn and written. It says, a strange man appeared with scalps of our scouts and asked us again to fucking leave. What a lunatic. We chased him into the district, but with all the preparation of the tourney, we lost him. We've stopped stealing. I don't want my boy to get hurt, but I don't know how we're going to get by. And then the last one is 1 day ago, where it says, Ronald went missing today. It's too much. We'll steal some of Hatzlick's supplies, he won't notice him missing, and we'll sell them in Port Thurn. We'll buy a ship and get out of this place. I hope Jeremy likes the ocean as much as I did back in my youth. And that's the last entry, and then you turn over and it's just a blank page.
Too bad they're all dead now. That's a shame.
Yeah, that is a shame.
So you take about 10 minutes reading through that, and do you relay this back to
Yeah.
Diary?
Yeah, I do.
Just the
Yeah.
diary of the household.
Yeah, and I say, guys, check this weird shit out. Remember that skull dude we saw yesterday? Remember that kid we just escorted back to town?
Yeah, you
I
take it
guess,
back to
is what
Hathlick, and he's
happened?
kind of like, Hathlick has given him a room,
Yeah.
and
that's
he's trying to
nice.
work out what's going on.
That's
At the moment,
so
he's staying rental,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he's up and sleeping at the moment.
Yeah. This appears to be written by that snotty little kid's parents, and it's about or father. I don't know if women
Father.
can write these
They can.
Quick poll. Can you write?
Can you read
I
first?
can make my mark. Yeah. I'm trying to think what's the crucial info from that. It's been happening for a few days. They were a group of
Yeah, so the strange man came, told them to leave,
Scouts.
came back with scalps of the scouts that had
made their
been
food
sent
taste
out.
like death.
Scalp,
wasn't
wait,
it?
scalp.
Scalps, yeah, came back with the
Oh.
scalps through them.
Oh.
and it
That's
was
a
like
really
fucking
that's a really low level reaction from the dad.
He was
What
writing
a
it
fucking
down.
weirdo.
He was
It
writing it down.
was scallops. It was just
If I have some scalps for the table, everyone else have some
So
scalps.
that's some interesting news. I mean, we could bring that up. It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
yeah.
So have we all read it now?
Yeah, you pass it round and you've read it.
Look, I'm bloody happy to go after that, as long as we get ourselves to the arena today and make
Yeah.
another one of those sweet coins.
Yeah. More than one, many coins if we can.
Gregory
I think
agrees.
But we also made a deal with someone to
Yeah.
show up every day.
What was our
like,
deal?
Weekly appearances.
Well, no,
by
the dwarf that had signed you in the first time said if you came back again, he'd have
Okay.
something for you again.
Okay.
Like he would fast track you in. You
Would
wouldn't
it
have
be
to wait.
like real good?
Yeah, it'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are we in desperate need of coin though? Surely it's just a waste of our time. Couldn't we go back to the house and look for more clues?
I mean, you're more than welcome to sit this one out, but I will be taking your share.
We will be splitting
I
per share.
got bills to pay. I got dogs to put through college. I can't.
It is early in the morning. It's about 7
Probably
a.m.,
too
8
early to
a.m.
go
So you do have a long day
to
ahead
the
of
arena,
you. It's up
but-
to you what you'd like to do first, or
Should we?
Well, if you want to go to the arena, let's knock them out quick and then we get back to it.
No.
Early morning stress.
so you exit the tavern, and Fernando comes with you. And as you enter out, you see the dawn is breaking on the second day of the Harbinger Tourney. You notice a scout hammering some sort of poster onto a nearby post. You hear the constant tang of anvils and couriers running past, bringing messages for lords and ladies. And you see a few merchants preparing for the new trade.
Well, can I go up to that scout and see what notice he's putting?
Yeah. So you see him hammering something, and he quickly darts off, and you can see there's this large wanted sign, and you see this large orc looking creature, and below it you read it, and you can see the general gist of it. Apparently the Western the Western Tower was attacked last night, and so they're calling for adventurers to go and find who's responsible. Supposedly orc attack or orc skirmish. The Western Tower on the map is number 6, by the way, which is all the way to the left.
Ooh, so far away.
So very west.
Yeah.
So you notice him putting it up, and you notice a few other adventurers and other people just walking by, giving it a quick glance, and then going on with their day. As if
Is
it's
there a
putting-
reward?
You notice below it that there is a reward. It's not specified, but you do see below that it's signed with the militia's signia, which is this large Lorien crest. It's this large tower with a glistening lake below it, and it's like a stamp almost.
This Lorien guy sure has a lot of money.
Yeah, alright, we get it. Mr. Lorien. I think.
And you see a few people setting up for trade. So it's general hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
People just waking up and getting their day together.
Yeah,
What do you think?
we should go check that shit out. And then, if we eventually want to roll up to the militia and tell them about the dead dude we saw in the barn, we'll have a bit of cred.
Exactly.
Quite cred.
Pull our own weight a little bit.
I turn to Fernando and I ask about all of these couriers running letters to the lords and ladies. What's up with these lords and ladies?
Well, lords and ladies, there's ones from Bowrune and Vin and Lorien. There's tons of them, and they run messages between them. What exactly do you want to know?
Attractive?
You really think you have a shot with them?
Oh no, I would like to scam them for money.
Right. Well, if you walk into the royal tent, which is heavily guarded, I'm sure you can attempt to do that and fail.
Okay.
But if you want to do something, what I can recommend is, do you remember that, what was it, there was a ball, apparently?
Yeah.
Hathlick spoken.
Sounds good.
If you want to run a con, that's where you can run it.
Look, I'm happy to go to these orc guys, but I want to get into that ball and play some dice.
But
Me
that
too.
is 3 days away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hunt an orc.
Play some very high stakes hide and seek.
The ultimate Lucy.
In the game of dice, you high or you lose.
So where are you guys setting out to in the morning?
Gregory's really feeling an orc hunt.
I'm with Gregory for a change.
What did you just call me? Oh, cunt.
Hey,
Okay, alright.
Let's go.
Shall we go to the militia?
No.
See what they know.
Nah, let's just take him out, bring his head back, and collect the coin.
And then while we're there, hey, by the way, you might want to know about this other thing we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
when we
thing
bring
I
that-
just explained a minute ago.
Alright.
So you're heading to
The
the
orc hunt.
orc hunt? So whereabouts are you heading?
Yeah.
So the Western Tower is one that was under attack.
How about change of plans? We go to the militia, and this might be a dumb plan because I'm pretty dumb, but we go to the militia, tell them what we saw, and then get information about the orc hunt.
Sure.
But what
Why
if we
not?
shouldn't tell them what we saw? What if it's an inside job or something, and we're just going to make ourselves suspicious? I feel like there's more that we could do by ourselves before we go
That's
to
a
the
very good point.
authorities.
I mean, did you get anything from the attacker? Like, from the last we heard, you're the last who saw them, right?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Well, surely there's a crime scene there. Surely there's like a bit of
Dicey.
ash or something.
Nothing was stolen last night.
Oh, then fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah,
Let's just go to
true.
fucking Orc. Who
Yeah,
gives a fuck?
okay.
If there's, they're gonna try and pin it on us.
Hey, no, I'm not saying like what I'm trying to say is that if you go to there, obviously without the credit, maybe that might help, you know.
Alright,
Yeah.
shall we get some information about this orc then?
Sure.
So where are you heading?
Where's
Back to the
The
pub.
tavern? Yeah.
Turn around 5 feet and walk into the tavern.
7:10 a.m.
I
And
look
we're the only ones
for the
staying there.
drunkest man in the tavern there. I look for the man who's
There's-
obviously stayed up all night and is... Actually, no, not
Crying after the aftermath of the. Were there any, like, I don't know, leftovers?
Yeah, sure. There's this one man who there's this large, we'll say elf, who's just sitting in the corner. Who's like,
I pace over him and shake him away. You! You!
yes.
Yeah, mate, what do you know about orcs?
Sorry.
What do you know about the orcs?
Oh my head.
No, the orcs, where are they?
I'm in a tavern.
Yeah,
What do you mean orcs?
the orcs?
We know where the orc is. Really?
What was-
Yeah, but it's
No,
under
he's missing.
attack.
He's missing.
No, he's not.
What do you mean?
Is he just there, standing next
It
to
would
the
be a
tavern?
wanted poster for a missing guy. It'd be a missing poster.
So what is it? Is the tower being held under siege?
No. So it was attacked last night.
Right.
And there's
And now he's gone
there.
away. He's run off. Like he's not gonna be.
So
in
the
the
last
tower.
place to be seen was the tower. Was
Okay,
the last
sorry.
last place where
I
they
was
saw
under
him.
a misapprehension.
So the elf is kind of like rubbing his strings. Like, what do you want?
Yes, we should go to the militia then. You're right.
Wait, what time is it?
7.
It's like 7.
7 o'clock on the dot.
Sure.
It was 10 minutes ago. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gregory, all of a sudden, did you transfer him back?
That was weird.
Oh,
I was talking like Phil Hartman there for a second.
Wait, so have you transformed back into?
No, it just wasn't a very good character choice, and Remy wasn't very happy with it. So every 7 o'clock from now on,
But, no, but, okay, fine.
don't think about it too much.
I continue to ignore all of this and shake the elf. Mate! Mate! I swear to God, look at me, look at me.
I'm looking at
Yeah?
you.
Where did those orcs go last night?
Yeah.
Oh well, there was a guard that came in and said something. Look, the last I know is it was the tower that was attacked.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well,
What
there
happened
was
last
a big
night?
commotion. Didn't you hear?
When was the?
I
Like a
was-
kilometer away.
It happened. It was quick, and then we just got on with our drinking. It's like
Real
nursing
fair.
his head with a beer at the moment, which is like a bit warm. But it's
Yeah,
still
fair enough. Yeah, that's, I mean, that makes
last I know it was the tower.
Yeah,
Can I
so,
get back to my sleeping now?
okay.
It's very sad, but sure.
I let him back to his
It's a
sleeping.
large man who just drops into his chair. And he just,
Oh, no.
Does he have any, like, valuables or anything? Like, any money on the table?
sure, yeah, he has a pouch next to his side, which seems monetary.
Is there anyone around?
Oh, besides the 4 of you.
Take his
halfling.
pouch.
You take his pouch?
Yeah.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
With advantage, he's dead
No, I'll
drunk.
just make the D6 though.
9!
9?
Oh, plus, I don't know what my
Oh, what's
Things
your
not-
dexterity?
dexterity is, 0.
Are
So-
you a proficient in sleight of hand?
No.
Alright, so you go to grab it, and you notice that he just like leans to the side, and he's kind of like, not his fat rolls, but his side kind of just like, crushes it in, and you get your hand stuck in there for a second. No, your hand's stuck in there for a second.
I tickle
Is
him.
You tickle him? You're still here.
I just wanted to check one more thing. Like, which way was the tower?
West.
Thanks.
Is that left?
Fernando says, I have a map that I wrote. Fernando brings out his map and shows
Yeah.
you on the map.
Give him a thumbs up. Little pat on the cheek.
Alright, let's go to these bloody militia folks, huh?
So you're going to
Why
the
don't you just go to
mission?
the tower?
Just going to the tower.
Because he
what
was
I've been
last
saying.
seen at the
Yeah, they're
tower.
probably close.
Yeah, he's an orc. How subtle could he be?
The criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Do they? It's an orc. It's not that subtle. We'll be able to follow its massive footsteps and broken
It's not
branches
that
and
big.
shit. Yeah, but it's an orc.
I
It's
see you
not an
saying this
elf.
conversation as you're walking.
As we're
towards
walking
to
out.
the,
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah,
Let's kill some time.
to the tower.
To the tower.
To the tower.
Thank you.
To the tower.
Okay, so you find yourself walking along this long road which passes the royal tents to the right. You see the honor claim before you, and you go over the bridge, and you can see some more people just trickling in at this point. You can see now that a lot of people are beginning to enter now because it's getting to the close part of the day. But you bank right, and you follow this long river which kind of just stretches all the way up. And as you're walking north, you can see this large mountain, and you know this is the mountain where the dragon once resided. Danzeth, who is now defeated. That's why the tourney is being celebrated. So you see this large mountain, you can see this long, large forest just beneath it, which is just huge. But protruding from the forest, you see this large, almost brownish tower, and at the top you see this warm green glow. And it's kind of like, it's about a kilometer in, and you can see just up above the canopy. And you know this is the Western Tower, because every other tower has the same, and you can see the tourney beyond you. So as you walk towards this large tower, you sort of enter the forest, and it becomes a bit more quiet, a bit darker, a bit dimmer. And as you walk towards the tower, you can now see you're about 60 feet away. Is there anything you guys would like to say before you go there, or you just straight balling it for the tower?
I say, follow my lead and run at it.
Start running towards it.
I easily overtake you.
With your wood elf, you find yourself like placing your foot on the right roots and leaping off one another, and kind of darts across, kind of like right in front of you.
Shit.
You
You look dumb as hell.
I roll to look cool as
get your
shit
cheese
as
in
well.
one hand as well.
It's a 1.
So as you're running,
It's
yeah,
not
you
a
trip
1.
on a root.
It was an 8. I was
Okay,
joking.
you almost trip on a root, but you catch yourself and keep running. Heading towards the tower, you can now see there's a large door, and you can see now that the tower itself is... Sorry. It's built within this large husk of a willow tree, and you can see that the wooden interior, from what you can see, is carved with small steps and rooms, and you can see there's a small opening at the top, and a large pulsating glow kind of like gets missed beneath the canopy at this point. But you can see that this tower is made out of this large willow tree. It's huge. It's massive.
The Avatar tree.
It's about 60 foot in diameter at this point.
Jesus.
It's huge, and you can see dotting around. You can see a few people walking about quite frantically. You notice a few people in that long green flowing armor with the DeLorean guard who seem to be just like keeping an eye on the place. And as you begin running towards, and you're kind of like stepping behind, so one of them just comes out casually.
She's in front of me.
One of them comes out casually and puts his hand up and says, "Stop there! Can I help you today?" And he's this small human who just has a halberd, who's just holding it there. And he looks to all, not intently, but just curious about your goings.
You're in front.
Shit.
They had a real big point about it.
We saw the wanted poster. It said reward. The All-Stars have come to save the day.
We are adventurers.
We're orcs!
Right, adventurers, tons of those around here, but we'll take your help anyway. Come with me. And he kind of like turns around and begins walking towards the base of the tree, and you all follow.
We killed a cockatrice yesterday. Killed it with my bare hands. I did.
With bare hands?
With my bare hands.
Kind of like chuckles a little bit at your. Are you currently disguised at this point as well?
Nah, I'm a furball.
Your furbolg? Yeah, so this large, towering, hairy giant. And he looks at you, regards you, and says, right, you are. And keeps walking towards this large willow tree. And you can see now that there are a few people just like sitting about, kind of recovering from their sores. You see there's a few. You see that there's this one lady who's in this long flowing robe. You've seen her before. This was the same woman who started the festival.
Miss Lorian.
Who screwed up that big fire plume and started the whole thing in the keep. And she seems to be giving out orders and directing people, and she seems rather concerned with the welfare of the tower, and she's organising people to go around. And the gentleman leading towards you says, that is Magus Urel.
Sorry?
Magus Urel?
Magus Urel.
Magus Urel.
Cool.
Points to her, and she seems to like look at me, says, waves a little bit, and says, "Please go talk to her. She has all the information you need." And he gets back to his post. And you kind of left in the middle. about like 10 feet away from her. She seems to be just carrying on.
I get Loki quite shy because she was up on stage yesterday and that was really cool.
Hail and well met, Magus.
Can I help you?
We are adventurers. We're the All-Stars.
All stars.
Right. Have you come regarding the poster, the wanted poster?
The wanted poster, which has an orc on it.
Yes, yes. So you've come here to help, I assume.
To kill the orc,
In a manner
smash
of
its
speaking.
brains in.
Smash him.
That is great. You've come so early. You're the first to arrive. Thank you so much.
Was it a competition?
No, but I mean, with the
Do
amount
we get a
of
reward now?
people there, then...
Do we get a prize for coming early?
No, you don't.
Alright,
You get my gratitude,
Ah, it's prize enough.
Yeah, the first time someone's been thankful for you coming early.
Furbolgs don't come.
That explains a lot.
We sparkle.
Oh!
Okay. After that little exchange, she chuckles a little bit.
Oh, a woman up to
We
the
are
eyebrow.
related to Faze, so...
I'm deeply confused about everything.
She says, "Yes, well, the orcs attacked, and they seem to have retreated back into the forest."
Orcs?
Orcs, yes. Usually the chieftain there. His name is.
What was his
lost to me
name?
for a
Was he a
moment.
shaman?
Wasn't a shaman. No. Just a simple orc. Grun. Orc chieftain Grun. We've had dealings with him before. He seems peaceful, but he attacked last night with his horde. Not sure why. It's not
Orcs are
good.
never peaceful.
Trouble at home.
These ones seem to be keeping to themselves, but lately something's been troubling them.
Orcs can never be trusted.
That's very true.
The best orc is a dead orc.
It's good to hear.
I'm not comfortable
We've had
with
some
this level
past
of
dealings
rage.
with this.
Can we all be notably uncomfortable?
Yeah, so Gregory's kind of like a ride up and standing there just saying these things, and Matt just agrees yes, no, that's very fair, but if you like to track them, I can show you where they left.
Their footprints.
How much do we get for killing it?
The reward is gifted by Drakar Lovelace himself.
Oh.
Gems, monetary gain, perhaps something else. I'm not too sure. I merely just oversee the wizards and the mages
A
around
hand
here.
in marriage, perhaps.
Perhaps not.
Roll a
sparkle.
roll charisma check just to see how.
Okay, so that is hey, that's a 19 plus. What was that, charisma? It's a 19.
She blushes and chuckles a little bit and says,
You're 8 foot tall and blue and bold.
Are you talking about my penis?
you're too kind. But I can show you where
Oh,
these.
bitch, I wasn't talking about you.
You're too kind, but I can show you. I can show you where these footprints are, and where they lead. I can give you that much.
Over there leads somewhere nice.
She walks you over towards this little outcropping, and you see the footprints. They're quite large. They haven't tried to be masked or anything. Heavy footprints. You can't make out how many there are unless you want to take a closer look at it. Roll a roll a survival check. Survival. Yeah.
Oh, is that wisdom?
Legs 11.
I think it's wisdom.
Okay, that's 13.
13. So you look at them. You can make out a
I
few
got
sets.
insight as well.
Sorry?
I got insight.
If you're proficient in... That's insight would be directing where they go. If you're just trying to find out how many footprints there are and where they go. That's
Can I gather more information as well? Or do I
we'll say you take roll an insight check or investigation, whatever you
Oh, well, an
proficient in.
insight.
Yep.
I get a 3. Oh, it's a 5.
So it takes you a little long.
That's a 5 plus 5.
Anyone else would like to
Oh,
help?
it's a 10.
Can help with that. But as you're looking at the footprints and seeing them, it takes about 10 minutes, and you see another person arrive. Now you recall this fellow, Tolvir the half-orc, who was outside the tavern, who was harassing the gnome, has come up with another figure who you don't recognize, and looks around and says, you four, have you seen where those orcs went? We're here to get them.
Hey! Shoo! Get out of here! This is orcs!
No, the post is for everyone.
No!
They're for us.
Do that exactly.
Did that.
I don't know what that means, but it looks intimidating. We can either help each other split the reward, or I'll go by myself.
Go back by yourself.
Are you,
Go
is this
to
guy
tavern.
the orc?
Half orc.
Yeah, maybe you should go back to where you came from, huh? Think of that.
What can we offer you to make you change your mind?
I don't need you for.
We're
And he
getting a lot of
begins-
mixed messages.
begins walking around and kind of looks you like doesn't leave your gaze until about 10 feet away and is about to break away walking into the forest following the tracks that you're currently investigating.
Right, well,
Um,
I'm of course seeing that this orc is. I'm not gonna fucking let this guy.
Remy shoots him in the back.
What are you
With a
doing?
gun!
What are you doing?
I'm gonna fucking roll insight?
Yeah, roll insight. See,
Oh, that was
Season
anti-climactic.
Sorry?
roll insight.
What's a 15?
Yeah, with the brief exchange you just had, you see that he is in control, if that's what you're looking for. You know that before your previous dealings with that gnome, he seemed quite bullish, but the fact that he's come here so early and he's in a huff, and he's got his weapons drawn as well, might assume that he's more looking for a fight than probably like looking to, join them if that's what you're thinking. He looks more ready to fight. And you can see the figure with him, this long, slender person with a long cape and the hood brought up is kind of like following the tracks and points
Do we
that
know
way.
what race that person is?
It's hooded up. You can roll a perception check if you'd like
I
to
wanna
discern.
roll a motherfucking perception.
Yeah.
Perception is... So 16 plus 3, 19.
Yep. So you see the faint inklings of an elf, but just not there. So a half elf. You can see looking at this Virgo. It's a she. She has this long bow on her back, and you can see that she's kind of pointing them out. She's like bringing out a book, and she's
She's
matching
a ranger.
them. And she's looking towards, points to Tolver, and then points that way, and they begin trekking off into the forest.
this half-orc is a ranger buddy. We should be wary. Don't know quite know what that means for the story, but...
So after
Let's go.
after about 5-10 minutes, you pick up the trail, and you can see that some of the orc footprints kind of double track, but you see one distinct, or two or three, about 3 distinct ones go towards the forest. So what are you guys doing? I can stay here. Fighting's not my strong point, but I'm happy to come with you guys if you need me.
Come on, Fernando.
Sure, I'll come with you. And he's.
You can stay in the back.
Love this guy.
Maybe,
I like that idea.
maybe record our adventures in a notepad or something.
Sure.
Sing a song about him.
Sing a song about them.
I can sing a song. Yeah. And he pulls out
Is he a
his
bard?
lute. Yeah, he's a bard.
He's a bard.
He's a bard.
He's a
Is there
bard.
anything he can't do? Pay off his debt.
Got it.
You see, he pulls out his lute and he strums. And sings a song. We're up in the forest. Da, 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 da.
You're not a very good bard.
But you know what? Give me a d20.
Do you know Wonderwall?
Why don't you have a D20?
I should have got the dice. Can you give me some? Just get a handful. And
Surely you have a D20.
just checking what I did.
I'd quite like my D20 back after
Ooh,
done.
be careful.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
No, he wants his D20 back.
Oh, okay. I'll go back to you. It sounds pretty good.
Damn, I was wrong. You're a pretty good bard. Nice roll.
You
Let
know
me just double
what?
check
That was pretty good.
You're like a regular Barry Manilow.
Cool.
I start pacing down the tracks.
Yeah. So you begin
Yeah.
walking after or running after these. You
And I
approaching
follow.
at like a stealthy pace? You just walking there? How are you
I'm
approaching this?
power walking.
Power
Yeah.
walking? So you'll find yourself sort of like walking quite fast, determined to go this. Whoever's leading, can I get them, because I assume everyone's following them, can I get them to make a survival check?
What's that? What's that on?
Wisdom.
12 plus 2.
14?
Yeah.
Is anyone assisting?
I mean,
In the lead.
I'm gonna.
Right now, you're just walking. You're not really
I
paying
wouldn't
mind.
know to assist, would I?
Yeah, of course. Like if you want to, you can help direct the group. You can be like.
Oh, I mean, I'm a Furbolg.
Yeah.
So
Roll a.
I know nature.
Roll survival as well.
Survival. That's. I think I'm. No, I'm not. But that's 16.
16. Okay. So at some points you're going the right direction, but then you notice that the tracks start to split a little bit, and you notice a new set of footprints begin to spank to the left, and they're more prominent in that one. And you look at them like they're probably the way to go, and you just, I assume you call over William.
I say, everybody, the track splits. This one's more prominent. What you said. Let's go down that one. Methinks.
So you go down that one.
Sure.
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 Why
Sure.
not?
I like your way.
Fernando.
Perhaps they're the footprints of the half-orc and the ranger. Can I roll some sort of
Roll a insight or investigation, whatever you
investigation just to
Whatever
see
you
if I can see maybe like a half.
Yeah, you want to like
elf.
discern what they are.
Yeah. Because if they're more prominent, they're probably fresher.
Yeah.
Methinks.
Are they
With your survival check, you've pretty much already got it, but just roll a investigation or insight.
Alright, no.
Hey.
Which is a shame because it was a 19. That's a. Yeah, it's 14.
14. With the survival check you did before, you notice that the fresh footprints are following the less prominent one. And you notice that the more prominent one, they're uncovered some bushes, so you pull them up and you can see now it follows that way. So it seems that Toldir and his ranger friend have followed the track that you were going to go down, but you've seen this more prominent orcish footprints with some mixed ones in between.
Alright.
Alright, let's go.
I'll let this guy lead.
I'll start leading. My movement's 40.
Yep.
Yeah.
I stand back and eat cheese and assist.
So you begin walking towards or going down this path, and it begins to get a bit darker here. The canopy is getting a lot thicker. This forest is very gnarled. You see roots beginning to intertwine. You have to push a shrub out of the way every now and again. It's literally like that. The trees get a bit sparse, and you can see now about 100 feet into the distance, you notice this. First, what hits you is this sound. It's the sound of chains rattling.
Could we hear the onomatopoeia of that maybe? Just for sort of like character reference.
That's really good.
There's a train nearby.
So that's the first thing you hear. As you get a bit closer, you can now see there's a campsite. This large flyer plume of smoke just seems to rise a little bit. And you guys are on a bit of an embankment. And you can see now, just looking down, a few tents dotted around. Human tents. And you also, you notice like they're the same ones that were used at the tourney. And in the cage, or a cage you can see, in the middle, there's a few humanoid figures within, but you can't discern what they are. And you can see walking between the tents a few robed figures as well. What are you doing?
Are they robed like the robed figures we saw last time?
Roll a perception check.
8 plus my intelligence?
Your perception.
What's my perception?
If anyone likes to
Wisdom.
assist. I mean, you're all looking at this.
Yeah.
You can all roll a
Let's
perception
all-
check. Yeah. I assume you're all stopping and looking at this point.
Jesus, Lucy.
That's not a D20.
That's an 18.
An 18. Yeah, well, Lucy, just get another one if it falls on the ground, because I don't need to.
Ellen got
17.
Nice.
Perception again?
It's intelligence. Wisdom?
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Hectic.
Plus 5,
89, 20, 20.
20.
24, 18.
I can see everything.
So,
That's
you
the
three,
start of the universe.
you three besides William, you three look, and you can look into the cage.
Made
Now,
that
what are you
mistake.
focusing on? The cage?
Yeah.
What are you focusing on?
The robed figures.
And what are you focusing on?
Is there anything else to
Yeah,
look
like
at?
anything else like
Yeah,
around, like
just
anything out of the
around.
ordinary. So you look at the hooded figures, and you can see they have this strange velvet. It's a bit dark, so you can't really see the color, but they have this velvet undertone, similar to what you've seen before last night, but you're not too sure. I mean, anyone could have a velvet cloak at this distance. That's the best you can gain. You look into the cage, and you can see there's a large figure, quite bulky and with a hunched back, and it kind of like restricted by the cage and is trying to pull at the bars. You recognize this as an orc. And you're looking around and you can see in between the trees there's a few fine wires, like kind of glinting in the light.
Oh, some traps going on.
Something like that, yeah. You notice this too as you like look around, and you find that eventually too.
What do I find?
You look out and oh god, this cheese smells so good.
I'm
Thanks,
so
man.
good at cheese.
Fernando put
Could I
his
look
looks away.
for cheese making materials around me?
Roll a survival check. You love your survival check.
It's a glass of milk in the woods.
5.
5. You find a
What is with the
mushroom.
rolls?
You find a mushroom.
Yeah.
Who knows how it will be?
Ew.
What are you
With a
four
five,
doing?
Not great.
If you talk in character, I assume you're talking as a character in this.
So there's some traps going on. We're not going to be able to get to the encampment very easily.
You're about 100 feet away.
We're about 100 feet.
Just distance wise.
Just distance-wise.
You don't know that, but like.
Where are the
We don't know that, but...
Where are the traps then?
As you
can I
say
point,
this.
Can I point that
You see, because you're trained and you're currently looking at this,
Yeah.
you see one of the cloaked figures stop, look in your general vicinity, and you guys are like behind a few shops, you're in like an embankment, and like a little
We
bit,
Scooby-Doo stop.
and just continues on its way.
We're gonna need to keep it down and also physically be lower. Onto the
For those who are
shrubs.
going to do that, roll a stealth check.
Roll the stealth.
Yeah, if you're going to follow Lucy's lead.
Yeah,
Sorry, Livia.
Livia.
You know what?
Why?
Lydia or Lydia?
Livia.
Lydia.
You know what? I say, okay.
Figure it
I
in.
have an idea.
One.
I loudly ask, why?
The robe figure again looks you into the general section, then quickly darts away.
Ixnay on the ouch.
Okay. You know what I do? I say, I have an idea, and I cast Disguise Self, and I become one of the hooded figures.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Roll a
always
performance
disguise
checks
self
to
with
see
you,
how.
not disguise group.
Roll a. What is the general gist of disguise self? Like,
Oh,
is it their investigation and you just do it?
Wait, you're not wrong. My
Disguise.
disguise, my favorite trait, my
Disguise self. To discern that you are disguised
Wisdom
creature. Okay,
as
so it's
my-
me. So you do it to your best ability, and I will try to discern if you.
yeah.
are.
Wisdom is my spellcasting ability. For
Cool.
both.
What's your DC?
It'd be 8 plus my wisdom, right? Isn't that
8 plus 2 plus your wisdom. That's
Okay,
your
so
proficiency.
10 plus 3 is 13.
13. Okay,
That's
that's good.
mine.
I've got it here actually. Cool. So you take a moment and you see Gregory before you. Just quickly whispers something, moves his arms, and you see before you this generally smaller now robed figure in this velvet, similar to what you saw last night.
Yes.
I assume that's what you're going for.
Yes, I'm going for the one that I saw
And what
last
type of humanoid feature?
Who did we see last night?
It was a rotten zombie, like it was humanoid, looked like a human.
That. I'm going for that.
Like that exact.
Yes.
Cool. So you can see now bits of the flesh are a bit molted in certain parts. The jaw is a bit slack at one side, and the eyes sort of seem to be a bit lazy as well. And you have the hood as well.
why did he do that?
Okay, I
Stop telling me, what do you mean?
I walk out into the clearing.
Okay.
I say, brothers! And I stop.
So how far do you walk out?
Well, not too far, because I can see the wires, can't
Well,
I?
say you go, you dodge some of the wires, you can
Yeah.
see them now. And it's not like that, it's more
Mission
like stepping
Impossible
over them.
style.
You
I do
walk
like
out
I
and
do
you
a
can see
forward
clearly
roll.
now there are 3 tents. There are 4 cultists that seem to be there, these robed figures, and you see this cage with a humanoid figure, and behind that you see another orc as well. So 2 orcs, 4 cultists, and there's 3 tents. And one of them pulls a dagger and says something to another person, just whispers in his ear, and another pulls out a bow, and the other pulls out a bow, and the other pulls out a long sword. And they seem to be holding them quite not too proficient, but they look towards you and there's a bit of a brief moment. They sheath sword, sheath the dagger. One of them walks up about 20 feet away and says, "You got lost." And you see the humanoid figure, similar to what you're having, a bit, basically like dead skin in some places. And like looks to you and kind of like smiles or rotted grin. This humanoid figure with patchy beard, this long hair that's like sleeked back and away. And
Oh,
you
of
can
course
see
it's sleek back.
it's pretty disgusting.
Gross.
Um,
Put oil. Oh.
you got lost.
Yes, I got lost. The shipment of goods from Hathlix. The warehouse.
Yes.
Yeah. It didn't turn out too great. There was a group of adventurers. A very handsome and well-defined furbolg and
Roll a deception check
3 others.
with advantage because it currently they don't know it's not.
Whoa. Whoa.
Um, 10.
10. That was taken care of last night. Yes.
Yes.
He hadn't reported back, but that was.
Do you know why I haven't reported back?
Hold on a second.
Do you know how far away it is? It's very far away. And my feet get... We're made of rotting skin. My endurance isn't great.
He looks through his book and he takes a second. He just puts his hand
I
up.
slap the book out of his hands. I say, listen here. I'm your superior. And then I collapse to the floor.
Roll.
No, you know what I do? I collapse to the floor.
Roll an intimidation check if you like, if you want to.
I
And
don't want to. I
you do
collapse to
collapse
the floor.
Like in a heap.
Like, no, yeah, like in a heap. And with my arm, like I've just fainted.
Get him some water, and he gets your legs, and the other guy gets his
Have we
hands
seen
and-
all of
Yeah,
this?
you see this transpire, and they carry him into the camp. What are you three doing?
While this is happening, I have a very special ability called Mask of the Wild, where I can blend into foliage.
Yeah. So
Hell
is this a ranger?
yeah.
Is forest one of your favorite terrains?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a
So
wood elf.
you would like to get closer? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
And you just want to try and blend.
Ducking and weaving. I'm
Okay,
like
so you take
wearing
about like
full
20
camo,
seconds just to get
yeah.
like some you put some
Fucking like Peter from Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
I'm a baker.
I am a boulder that you fall onto.
So you do that, and
Do we
you-
notice her
I'm
disappear
real
or not?
close. No, I'm just gone.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
like,
roll
went
a
this
roll
asshole
a
last
stealth
time.
check.
Yeah.
Do you get advantage because you're
No.
range? Oh, rogue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your background.
Yeah. No.
Alupine.
No.
Is this-
It's a wood elf thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
it's a
yeah.
wood elf ability. It's called Mask of the Wild.
While this is happening, I assume she's gone.
Yep.
I assume I'm like, why do people keep leaving us?
And immediately I run up a tree.
You just hear over the distance, because you're idiots.
Yeah. So like with that, you
You're
do that. So what do you get for
riddles.
stealth?
Oh.
Are you climbing up a tree?
Oh,
Jesus!
Sorry, you guys. I'm doing my best. It's a 6.
Roll on
six.
here if you have to.
It's a 6.
You get advantage,
okay.
don't you?
Plus 2, it's an 8.
You don't.
It's
Actually, you
not
know what?
going
Yeah,
well.
because actually it's just to hide as an action in combat.
Yeah.
We'll say because of that feat, you
Yeah.
roll with advantage
Okay.
because this is your natural terrain, and you've survived in the forest for quite some time.
This is a 7.
7.
Plus-
So what's that?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
9.
So 9. Okay, so you start darting in, and you two.
She's up a tree.
So you're
I
trying,
tripped and stumbled. I've looked for a tree. Have I trees?
you begin climbing a tree. It's nearby,
Hectic. I've climbed the tree.
and you're left by yourself. So as you're left in, as you get let in there, you kind of get put down next to the fire, and you can see now the orc. One of the orcs inside the cage is ornate. You can see there's these large piercings that cover his nose, his ears, his forearms. You see bones jutted through as well. This large, massive muscle essentially just looks at all. You see behind it, the orc behind it is kind of like looking around too, but a little bit more timid. And they're like looking around in the cage, and there's iron bars.
I
So
turn to
there's 2 of them in one car. Sorry.
2 of them, yeah.
Okay.
What's Fernando up to?
Fernando's with you at the moment. He's got his hand on your shoulder, like looking
I
around.
turned to Fernando. Why do people keep leaving us?
and he casts
never-
hidden sight.
I'll never leave.
I turn to the nearest hooded figure and I say, wait, why do we need the orcs?
Didn't you know? We need all the able bodies we can get.
Ah, yes. For the plan to work. All of them. And such fit specimens you found. Yes. Just for...
You can see now the other guy's looking over the book that he dropped before, and he's about 10 feet back, and he's looking through, and he says, "Yes, no. We sent Lyle to the... You're not Lyle, I know Lyle. What was your name again?"
Liar.
One of them draws the dagger and says, "We've been compromised."
No, you haven't. Yes, him! And I turn to the nearest hooded figure and I say, Gregory!
So you can see now, Livia, that Gregory is like in the middle of these 4 cultists. You're climbing up a tree, you can see this too, and all 4 of them get a chance to try and pierce that disguise, and yeah. So one of them looks to you and says, "Hold on a second," and he kind of like taps the guy on the shoulder.
And as soon as I see this, I cast Hidden Step.
Okay. So like he seems like he's pointing at you and like the height of you.
I
and
go,
and when you-
and I go invisible,
Okay.
and I run away.
So stretch out, find where he went, and you see the 4 cultists begin stretching out. And at that point, one of them looks at you, draws a short bow, and begins firing. Roll initiative, everyone.
May I have my dear back, please? I promise I won't. I won't mistake.
Don't yell at me. Just
20!
Ah!
You won!
William spinach!
So
Really
20 to
sweet.
25.
5.
So 20 to 25. So 20.
Yeah.
15 to 20.
Oh,
10 to 15.
She.
10.
10.
11.
11.
Sorry, what's my modifier for this?
Your
Base.
initiative. Your dexterity
Dex.
modifier.
Oh.
So it's nothing. You just got 20. Just 0.
What did you get? 5.
Your dex
4.
Oh, you're right.
There's a rubber right there. Mr.
Alright.
Spinach, there's a rubber.
You hear this loud commotion, William, and you can see now around you. Fernando's kind of got up. He's looking around. You see Livia is now obviously out in the open. She's like, you've kind of like stepped on a rock and you're like, shit. And you see Gregory has disappeared, and you see 2 cultists have come out and they're looking around.
How
at this
close
point.
are they?
One of them is about, they've only got like 60 feet away. Because no, 40 feet away because they've taken the whole movement to get around.
Cool. I like whisper. I'm so sick of this shit, and I like just run up to the first one. How far can I run?
You can run 30 feet.
Oh. I get as close as I can, and I firebolt. No, I witch bolt one of them with with advantage. With
You want to use Tides of Chaos?
Yeah, with Tides of Chaos.
So you take a moment to just pat your dice, and you can feel them pulsate within your pouch. You keep them there, and you use that magic, and you just release something.
yeah,
So
it's because I'm
roll-
real frustrated.
Roll an attack roll.
Which
add,
is 20.
So, yeah, so roll a d20, and it's +5.
14 plus 5.
So you hit, so you're about to spin out, and you can see the same electrical energy, but this time you have a bit more control.
Yeah.
And you release it out, and you bring it forward, and it connects with the cultist. Roll a d12.
Oh, D12.
Oh, that's not a D12.
No, that's not a D12.
D12 is.
Good
this
thing
one.
too.
Correct.
No, that'd be a 10.
Oh.
What'd you get?
A 4!
4 plus anything?
No, Witch Bolt's just that, but it sustains. So you reach out, and you can see now it's arcing up his body. You can see it like peeling back flesh. Nah! That's one of the cultists taking damage. Is it on your turn?
Can I witch bolt him more?
No. You can do a bonus action if you like.
No, I've got to maintain concentration to use witch bolt.
Correct. That ends your turn. You're up. So you've just stumbled a second. You can see now one of the cultists preparing short bow and looking towards you.
I also prepare my short bow and
Yep.
look towards them.
And you do it quicker.
I
And
do it quicker.
you
More
fire?
badass. Yeah, hang on. What am I rolling? D6.
The D12.
read
It's a
d20 to hit.
Fuck, sorry, hang on. Where it is.
Sorry.
It's an 18.
Hey, you hit. So you
Plus,
shoot.
so it's what you hit.
So roll a d6, and it is
That's a 5.
5, plus your dexterity modifier.
That's a 2.
2, and it shoots him straight into the shoulder, and it sinks deep, and you can see, and he's looks like he's almost like passed out at that point, but he stands back out. It's your turn.
I
You've just
go
noticed
to
it.
the cage where the orcs are held,
Mm-hmm.
and is there like a lock or something?
There is. There's a large iron lock, and it's quite big. It's about, in your hands, it's probably just a fist, but in normal hands like this. And you can see the orcs down there looking around.
Could I try and can I?
You can try and, you can roll a strength check if you want to try and, break it with your fist? Pull it off?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's try. Can I try like a athletics
Just roll a strength check.
strength check?
Yeah.
Pure strength.
Pure strength.
That's 17 plus 3, which is a 20.
Hey!
Which
So
is,
that's what you needed, just.
What I needed.
So you grasp the lock, and in your hands you manage to, at this
Fuck,
angle,
Gregory's badass.
at this angle you manage to get it. The orc couldn't get his hands through the bars at that point. So you
Yeah.
pull it off, and you can see the door just, and the orc just pushes it out, slams you in the gut. You kind of move back, just, who did that? And says it in a guttural comment.
Can I like get out of my invisibility as
As a bonus,
bonus action?
Yeah.
I say, it was me.
How big's the orc? How big's Gregory?
The orc is about 6 foot because he is hunched, but if he stood up straight, he'd probably match your height.
I am 8 foot
Nice.
tall.
Yeah, so he's like,
So I say, let's kill these cultists, huh?
with pleasure.
and under my breath I go, and you're next. And I make the same motion.
Next turn is so the one that's running the bow just takes a second, pulls it out,
I'm so done with it.
and shoots back the same arrow.
Oh, neutral good.
It's a 9 to hit. So
That's
arcs
painful.
past you. One of the cultists that's been attacked by you runs towards you and attempts to strike you with a small dagger. That's a 7 to hit.
7 to hit.
And misses.
Oh, cool.
The other one
I mean,
comes
it
around
barely-
out. Is
barely
now.
misses.
What's your AC?
10.
The other one comes out with a short bow and tries to aim it at you. That's going to be a 9 to hit.
Jesus.
The final cultist who steps out and uses all his movement plus a dash to get closer to you. So you got 3 cultists running towards you at this point.
Okay.
And Fernando, seeing this, just do something and gives you a bardic inspiration. So
Oh,
you
cool.
have a d6 and you can add that to an attack roll later on. And he plays his guitar really loud. It's your turn. So you're currently like 3 foot up a tree. You're hanging on a little bit, and you can see this happening now. They haven't seen you yet, and you're near William at this point.
Can I reach with one hand into my backpack and draw out my crossbow and use my teeth to let it out while hanging off the tree?
Yeah, because is it a short crossbow?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Hectic.
Yes.
So I'll have a go at the one who had a shot at William.
Yeah, cool. So you just, while in the street, little gnome form, you just like that.
17.
Hey, that hits.
Nah.
So
Plus-
roll. Oh, that hits definitely. For a crossbow, what's the damage? I think it's 1d8, I believe.
+2.
1d8 plus
Yeah.
2.
So roll a d8.
Old mate?
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, hell yeah. 4, 6.
6. So you see the arrows and shoots them straight into the stomach and looks around, looks towards you. Cool. That ends that turn. The orc, looking out, sees you, branches his knuckles and just starts running towards the one that's firing at you and just goes to smack him straight into the back of the head. It's unarmed, so it'll just be 1 damage. How much damage did you do to the... You did 4 points of damage, right? Yeah. Oh, no, you did
5.
you did
No.
7.
more.
8. You did 8 points of damage because he was on 1. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
so you run up and you just see this large orc behind him and just boom straight into the back of the head, and you can see the skull just deforms a little bit and just heads to the ground. You see this orc and starts running towards you.
Nice one!
As he's running
That
towards
was
you.
choice! I'm on your side! Please don't brain me!
Roll a persuasion check.
A persuasion check. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Don't kill me. Fuck, it's
Wait,
a 7.
plus-
It's a, okay, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
Whoa.
Plus 3. It's a 10.
10. Yeah, so you say that and you can see runs in the opposite direction. Just what you needed. That ends his turn. Next turn is back to the top. William.
I'm just so mad that everyone shot at me that turn. I'm like furious.
So you've got
I'm
one...
still witch bolting this guy, but he's real close to me. So I, with both my hands, like witch bolt into his face, and I'm like, enough.
So roll a d12.
Fuck, I'm so bad at this. 3.
3.
What did I roll before? How much damage?
This is a different guy because this is one that right in front of you. The one you were shooting for was the one that fired at you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I witch bolt that guy and with my bardic inspiration as well.
Well, bardic inspiration's to hit.
Oh,
Because
okay,
you're already
cool.
hitting, you're fine.
Oh.
So roll the d12 again, and you're focusing on the guy you've already hit.
Right,
So you're sustaining the arc. Yeah.
Sorry. 6.
6.
What?
Yeah. So you concentrate a bit more, and you can see now like the electricity seems to drip off your hands, but like it's too bright, and as you disappears, you see now, and there's this ash, where once
Oh.
a cultist was once.
Is my witch bolt done, or can I like
You can
redirect?
still your hands still brimming with white energy.
Can I, with my bonus action, redirect at someone else?
I don't know. While we figure out that, because it's not going to do anything,
That'd be a
we'll move on to the
choice.
next turn. And I'll look up which
if
one.
so, I want to somehow blind this guy who is
Well,
right
it's an
next to me.
attack to do that. So we'll say at this point you're redirecting it, but next turn is you. So you've just seen this orc smash this cultist down, and now you're left alone, and you can see Gregory, who's in front of you, and you see 2 or 3 cultists to the right fighting with William.
Okay. I might try and take one of the cultists that's fighting with William out with my short bow.
Yep, so roll
Get amongst
to
it.
attack.
What am I?
Yep, D20.
Okay. It's a 9. And
Wow.
then plus 1.
Your to hit.
Oh, right. Hang on.
No. 9 plus.
do it.
Okay.
Whoa.
The spell dissipates, by the way.
Okay.
So
Oh.
it is. You're using a dex weapon, so it'd be plus 2
Okay.
plus your proficiency.
Okay.
So that's 4.
Okay.
And you already have that here. So using a short bow,
Yeah.
so plus 4. So 9 plus 4,
Okay.
13.
13. So 13 hits. Yep. So you
So
find...
these are shitty.
Yeah, these like
peons.
clothed, like robed guys. So roll damage, a d6.
Fuck these guys.
And which one are you firing at? The one with the short
You've done
board,
shit
the
this
short
round.
bow, one with the dagger, or one with another...
Release
One
the
poses the most
orcs,
danger.
and they kill the guy.
Well, there's 2 in its immediate vicinity who
Okay.
haven't taken any damage.
Okay. Well, then one of them.
Oh no, so one of them has taken damage. One of them has a crossbow bolt.
Oh, okay. The one that doesn't have the crossbow bolt.
Cool.
That's a 4.
4
Yeah.
plus anything or
Plus 2.
plus 2, so 6 points of damage. Nice. So you see now an arrow in the back, and he's like holding his dagger. All of them seem rough. Actually, no, there's only 2 left because you've already killed one. Yeah. So the 2 in his immediate vicinity. So both of them holding their swords and daggers, like looking really rough at this point. Your turn, Gregory. You're quite a ways away. You'd have to use your full movement. No, you could get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the closest
'Cause you're-
cultist
Mm-hmm.
with my 40 movement speed,
Yep, that's why you can get there. 'Cause you're faster.
and I'm gonna smack him over the head with my quarterstaff.
Yeah, sure. So you bring out your quarterstaff and you start running towards. At this point, you catch up with the orc as well.
Hey, Julian.
What's that?
So in the rules of D&D, wait, no, in the rules of D&D, you have. I just like refresh. What's the highest you can get,
20.
and what's the lowest you can get?
1.
Yeah.
So as you begin running towards and you bring up your stick, you bring it back with such tenacity against these cultists that you want to just kill the orc already, that you bring it down, one of them dives out of the way, and it hits the ground. And we'll say for this purpose, you tumble as well with all that momentum as if you're going to a stick, and you fall prone on the ground. So you come running up and you just bring it down and you just overextend and you fall prone.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
That's what you get for harboring a
cultists-
grudge against the orcs.
The cultists turn, they look around, they see William with his hands, and they say, "We'll end you." And one of them tries to attack you. Hey, what's the highest number you can get?
No,
It's a 20.
No, but what's the lowest number you can get?
Oh, what?
It's a 1! As he goes to attack you,
He shoots himself.
drops the dagger and he looks down and he can't find it amongst the fire. And he just spends his whole
My
turn
glasses.
looking around. His glasses fall down too.
Did you find them or just not?
No, he's looking through the shrubbery.
I'm prone. I look over and I go, ha! Nerd!
The other cultist with his long sword just idiot and brings down the sword against William. Fuck. 9 to hit. He aces 10.
I look at him, I'm like,
You just like do it like a 1-inch dock and it just goes straight over you.
touch air! Can't touch
Next
air!
turn is-
I'm a 10 armor class. How is this possible?
I
So
take
you glad they'll do it?
Wait, do you want to take out the guy without a dagger or the guy with a dagger?
It'll be hard to hit the guy that's... Oh, no, yeah, you could hit both. Which
I
one
I
would
was
you
just going to go for one that was now closest to you.
go? Both of them are like close.
Hectic. We'll go for Mr. Dagger.
Yep, cool. The one looking around.
Please call him Jonathan. Mr. Dagger
Roll a
was his father.
d20
The Tyon.
plus...
Oh, what's the
wait, 13 hits. You hit. Yeah.
hectic.
Roll
right.
damage, so a d8 plus...
That's it.
8.
8 plus 2 is 10.
So you load this crossbow and while he's looking around, he has just a second to look up. And the molten flesh kind of just like sinks in and he's just like, just falls to the ground, motionless.
Aww. We barely
My
knew
turn?
him.
Yeah. Wait, no, he falls on top of you.
Ah! Oh, beans.
Stinky cultist dead. Next turn is William.
I
Oh, no, it's the orc, sorry. So the orc, still running, gets his 2 fists up and tries to bring it down on top of the cultist. It's going to miss, so hits him, but just hits him like,
Gonads.
hits him in the back where like a lot of like it's like callous flashes, and the cultist turns around and like withstands the blow. Next turn is
Yeah. I grab the guy in front of me. I grab his head. I make him look at me. I scream, "I still don't know what's going on!" And I shocking grasp his face.
yeah, sure. So what is that? What
I
is-
don't know what I'm doing. I'm just very angry about it.
Shocking grasp.
I'm really playing a good character.
Shocking grasp. You make a melee spell attack, so roll a d20 and add 5.
Can I use my
Yeah,
bardic
okay.
inspiration?
So you can hear in the background Fernando playing frantically.
Playing through fire and
I
flame.
get
Yes.
an 8.
Sorry?
I get an 8 plus what?
Plus 5, so 13.
13, which hits.
Plus 4.
Yeah, so you bring up your 2 hands and you, with the residue electricity energy you have, roll a d8.
2.
So as you bring up the 2 hands, you let loose the shocking energy and it arcs through the head and you can see the 2 eyes just fall to mush.
Can you like see his like skull through his skin? For
It's
a
like
second?
it's like Indiana Jones, like
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, whatever it is. You know where the face melts a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Skull. I love
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. And he just collapses, and they're all dead now. So you take a second to just hold it, and you let him fall down.
Can I still be holding his skull?
Well, his head's like attached to it.
Oh.
You haven't severed the head. So you're holding him right now. He's limped on you.
Ugh.
You begin getting up, pushing the cultist off. The orc now looks to you. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you now.
Okay,
Did you see what I just did to that guy? What is going on?
Fair.
I throw down my quarterstaff and I go to the nearest orc and I pin him down. I attempt to pin him down to the ground.
Roll a strength check.
Let's say 17 plus 3, which is a 20.
20. Yeah. So you get up. He says that. He's just fair. Still looking around, the tenacity in his eyes, his huge hulking muscles, just like looking around, tensing at each little wince. And you just grab him by the neck and you just pin him to the ground. And you've currently got him down. He's trying to. I'll kill you.
Not if I kill you first. And I attempt to snap his neck.
Yeah, go for it. So roll a d20 with advantage. And just do like a normal monk attack.
A normal monk attack?
Yeah, because it's just like you're trying to just like pull his head.
Fucking Christ,
It's big.
Remy!
Wait, can I see this? With, can I try and intervene before this happens?
At this point, no, because he's still acting.
What am I doing?
Just a normal monk attack.
What's a monk attack for?
D20 plus your thing, dexterity plus proficiency. So
Yeah, so 11 plus 5, which is 16.
let's get the stats up for an orc.
And if that fails, I can do flurry of blows.
Flurry.
McFlurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Orc. What'd you get?
I got a 16.
Yeah, that hits. So yeah, you manage to like you pull the neck in some way that's about to do damage, and how much damage do you do? Like do like a normal monk attack.
That's,
Like his head is pure muscle. Snapping his
Yeah.
neck is hard.
Yeah.
But you get advantage because you're currently on top of him.
that's 2 plus 3.
So 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
So as you begin to twist his neck, you can see like, and you can see like a little blood vessel pops up as well, and you keep twisting it. It's okay. And yeah, so you begin twisting the neck.
Let me kill him!
Can I intervene now?
So you begin twisting the neck. So
I
do you
shall.
want to do like a bonus action or?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you just.
I feel like as I'm doing this, I'm sort of calming down.
Okay, so you're pulling his neck, and what are you?
I'm
doing?
like, what is?
Okay, and
with my frustration, I cast sleep on Gregory.
No!
Okay. Roll. I think you have to roll a bunch of die.
Why?
Yeah, you have to roll.
Hold on, give me a second.
Why?
Because he just attacked the guy who just helped us!
Actually, wait. You're casting a spell, yeah?
That guy's gonna give us money.
It doesn't matter, he obviously didn't do it!
Nah.
Sleep.
There's definitely more money in getting him back.
Roll 5d8.
What?
5d8. Yeah, you might as well just like say I'm asleep.
No, I'm gonna roll.
No, that's a D10. Give me a chance.
I don't give a shit about you. Okay, I got 48, 5d8.
Yeah, 5. Wait, there you go.
No, that's okay.
That's 5. Yes.
So that's 10.
No, that's a D. I'm asleep. With those 4, I'm asleep.
Okay, he's asleep. I think.
So
Honestly.
you bring down your hand, and
Yeah.
as you do this strange glow begins to emanate in your pouch.
Jeez.
And you notice this large orb kind of shoot out, and it collides with the tree with a big snapping sound, and the tree just this large 40-foot tree, and emerging from it as you now fall asleep is this bright, brilliant unicorn.
Yes!
Did you cast
Wild
spectral...
magic.
You just cast spectral steed or something?
And this unicorn with this long golden
Yeah.
horn kind of looks to you, lowers its head.
Do I
and
know
like
that
hits the
this is
thing.
my unicorn intrinsically? Like I
No,
don't.
you have no idea. You just summoned this.
I look at him like, what are you doing here?
Canon Speak doesn't have a name. Can we talk to it about its unicorn story?
It looks to you, and as you're falling asleep, the orc now gets up.
I look at the orc. I'm like,
Powerful mage.
yeah. Why are you on a wanted poster? Who are they? What am I doing here? What's that?
The unicorn comes over.
Let me answer that for you.
Can the unicorn
Let me look at the stats of the unicorn.
I am a
I
unicorn.
can't believe this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Alupine, you look at it, and it looks to you and regards you with a sense of instinctual agreement, in a way. It looks to you and like nods its head a little bit, and continues walking towards you.
Fuck yeah, this horse is great. I love
What
this
a
poor horse.
pony!
For the record, I'm still very distressed.
Beautiful glow horse.
Beautiful,
Hasn't the horse
beautiful
calmed you
glowing
down?
horse.
No! Nobody has told me
This
anything. I've asked so many
this
questions.
beautiful music begins emanating in your head. It sounds in all of you. You can
I'm
tell.
dreaming trippy shit, my dudes.
Does it calm me down?
It seems to be trying to communicate, and the music kind of like crescendos and falls and begins to do all these crazy movements. The orc just like quiets down for a second and just relaxes for a quick moment. This escalated fast. So the unicorn.
Do I get to keep this
No,
unicorn?
it's please. The unicorn like stands there for a moment and just looks to you and just bows its head and just waits for a command of some sort.
Okay, you.
Just witty.
Fernando at this point is like, so you're a cheesemaker and a unicorn maker. Okay.
Take us all back.
Back
In time.
Can we all fit on the... We can't fit a fuel burger on the back.
We can all go back. Take us all back
Again.
to the
in
pub.
Wait.
No!
It looks to you and nods, and then you get this.
Oh,
it
no.
looks to you, and nods. It cocks its head slightly, and with its hoof it points to you, and then it points down, and it kind of like if a horse could shrug, the horse shrugs. Like who else? Who else am I bringing back?
I point to you.
And it nods very slowly,
I point to her.
Alec, can I shake
And
my
then-
head at the unicorn?
and the unicorn at that nods and
At her or at me?
you at you. It nods at you and says, like, you know, she doesn't want to go.
I point to her again.
No, we...
Okay? I point to the orc.
And then the unicorn dips its head, and this magical energy begins to swirl you, and the orc.
I love that movie.
It begins like this beautiful crescendo of music, and it begins, and you three disappear. And you find yourself teleported back to the base of the Western Tower, and this dust just lands, and the unicorn. Everyone looks.
I look at them. I'm like,
guards,
this is who I am now.
The Magus, the Mage, Murel, a few other adventurers who've come back now, and they look towards the unicorn, then puts his hoof on the orc, and the orc just like, and a few guards go to the orc and they start chaining him up, and the unicorn just bows its head.
And says, I'll always be there.
And it just turns around and begins strutting back into the forest.
Just look at the unicorn with tears in my eyes. Like, thank you so much.
I grab her.
You didn't tell us you could make a unicorn.
And
What is inside me?
with that,
Unicorns apparently.
that will take a quick 5-minute break.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, you're crazy.
Oh! I didn't mean to summon a unicorn. I just wanted to know what was happening.
Alupine Ferment grew up in a huge gnome community of farmers, living with 2 parents, an older sister and a younger brother. Alupine's family domesticated and bred livestock for slaughter and were very successful, taking a lot of pride in the family business. As a child, Alupine used to make friends of the baby animals, stealing them away in makeshift burrows and hiding them from her siblings, parents and extended family. She would bead necklaces and gift them to her animal friends, tying them loosely around their necks. When Alupine would join the family business at the abattoir, being so scared to kill a living creature, she could barely look at the animal whose neck she held a knife to, and thus didn't notice her sister had swapped a calf for her pet goat as a practical joke. After taunts and pressure from her sister and family, a shaking Alupine slits the goat's neck. Upon looking down, Alupine recognised eyes that still trusted her in death, of an animal that hadn't even struggled once against her hands. A wave of shock and pure grief for the animal encompassed Alupine. She felt an unnatural and inhuman repulsion at killing the baby goat she had played with and cherished. Looking towards her laughing sister in rage, she saw the beaded necklace hanging around her sister's neck. Alupine leapt forward, stabbing her sister over and over again, ripping the necklace from her neck. Before anyone could react, Alupine ran. Seeking comfort, penance, and peace from the murder of her sister, Alupine took to the forest, spending years by herself in meditation, attempting to absolve herself of her sister's death. Instead, her learning centered towards the injustice of intelligence life ruling the natural order. During her meditations, a melodic hum blows through the air and reverberates in her mind. Alupine opens her eyes and finds a path before her and a small rabbit blinking up at her. The beads her sister wore now seem engraved with strange symbols, and the rabbit hops forward and with what can only be described as a Scottish accent yells, "Well, are you coming or not? We got work to do." Dumbfounded and somewhat humbled, Alupine follows the rabbit. The rabbit leads Alupine to a steady stream of caravans heading towards the Harbinger Tourney. Perhaps these will be the first steps to guide her on the right path. A divine power grows within her, making her equally excited and nervous. And as a rumble from her pack reminds her of the rabbit accompanying her, she finds solace that she might be able to do some good here.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Oh, no.
To the Harbinger's Tourney.
Harbingers.
Sorry.
To the Harbinger's Tourney.
To the Harbingers.
Guten Abend und willkommen.
Greetings. Greetings and gesundheit.
Sprocken Sie Français?
So,
No.
where we last left off, a unicorn had just transported the orc chieftain and William and Livia to the base of the Western Tower,
That did
leaving
happen,
behind Gregory. I wasn't thinking that. Leaving behind Gregory and Alupine. So we'll pick up from you two. So you've just seen this unicorn disappear with all trace of those three. And you just see Gregory fast asleep before you. What are you doing? Around 3 corpses.
Around 3 corpses.
Correct.
And there's nothing else yet. Can I confirm what happened to the other orc?
The other orc?
There were 2
There was
orcs.
Yeah, there was 2 orcs.
So where's the other orc? So we. Oh. All right, cool. Drop out of the tree.
The rabbit comes out. Well. Oh, and Fernando. Whoa!
Oh, I forgot about Fernando. Why would we put Fernando as well?
There's a talking rabbit. Hey, I'm a talking rabbit. We have the same voice.
But Billy
I didn't
Connolly.
think about that. And the rabbit kind of like comes up and like looks at it. So, what are we going to do?
I really think that we've got to keep down this track. That's all we've got to. Oh, he's having a bad dream.
He's chasing.
Do you think we're on the right path?
Who's this to Alupine? Oh, sorry,
This is to the rabbit.
to the rabbit. Oh, I think you've got the orc back there. From what I understand, the unicorn was helping with that. I mean, a unicorn. That was pretty intense. I mean, we could keep going, but we've only got 3 of us. Do you think it's a smart idea? And Fernando's kind of like, yes, well, you know, we could keep going or we could head back because we've got the orc chieftain and we're good to go. And there's a talking rabbit.
And a sleeping furbolg.
Should we wake him up?
Yes, please.
We'll wake him up.
How long
How
Can
do-
we look for some clues around the campsite?
Sure,
Hunt
but
and
can
gather.
we wake him first? And you see Gregory on the ground, kind of like in a...
How long does
Fetal.
sleep start and
Pretty
last?
long.
you roll a d4 and you wake up in that many hours.
In that many hours?
I'm
It
pretty
doesn't
sure.
last like a minute.
I'm pretty sure that's how... It's like when you fall unconscious, it's like...
I love this.
No, it's chill. It's
Sleep
chill.
is
It's chill.
sleep
Oh
is
my God.
OP.
Okay.
I love sleep so much.
I thought it was a minute.
It might be.
It's
Well,
fine.
I thought it was
hold
a
up.
minute as well.
Hold up. They might be. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. Sleep.
Can we make it that? I feel like you've said it now. It's canon.
In the
No, I
meantime,
wanna
I
know
walk
if
over and
sleep
stroke.
Oh yeah,
Gregory's
it's a minute.
bald
It's a minute.
head.
So after you wake up.
Duh! I dreamt there was a unicorn. Where am I? Who are you people?
Fernando's tuning his guitar. Well, the unicorn. Well, that was real. And there's a talking rabbit. Hello there. And it looks at you, and then it looks. In... Well, don't just stare at me.
I'm sorry. Wait. I usually can only talk to animals. I can't understand what they're saying.
Well, no, I'm a special bunny rabbit.
Ah.
I'm Alupine's bunny rabbit.
Ah.
I'm her guide.
Ah. What?
We'll tell you later, but for now, we need to figure out. Yes, we need to figure out where we're going. Unicorn's real, rabbit's real. Get your head in the game. We're good, right?
I knew rabbits were real. Not gonna lie to those.
In all the halfling height he has, he leans up on his thing and just slaps you in the cheek, saying,
I am 8 feet tall.
"Okay." He slaps you in the tummy.
Again, 8 feet tall. How big is this?
Slaps you in the thigh.
Again.
The calf would be
The calf.
maybe a feasible.
The ankle.
Spanks you in the bum.
Oh my god, I love
Again,
this.
8 feet tall is
Can we get the
about where I
illustrator to do
begin.
this moment? Because
Huh?
I think it's probably my favourite.
What?
This moment, I want to get this illustrated with the
Oh.
8-foot tall blue dude being slapped in the thigh by a rabbit being held by a tiny person.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
6 feet.
But at this point, yeah. So you're currently, So you're like, get your head in the game.
Wildcats. Sure.
I've gone to one of the housing
Yeah. So you're gonna look around.
houses. Yeah.
Roll an investigation check. I just gotta make sure this. It's charging.
8 with 3.
What are you rolling? Sorry.
Aw.
I'm rolling for.
Investigation. So
Investigation.
yeah. So are you proficient in investigation?
I don't think
What's
so.
your intelligence modifier?
Oh, nothing. So
Nothing?
it's just an 8.
An 8. So you take about, if you guys like,
I mean, I'm gonna help.
cool. So roll again. You roll with her.
Investigation.
Yeah, and Fan is going to keep an eye out as well. So
What's
you're
the
looking
rabbit
around, and as you try to lift up a crate,
question.
Gregory behind you just comes over with a
3.
and tries to lift up the crate, but you guys have to help lifting crates, moving stuff
Oh, I'm
around,
pretty
finding
strong.
stuff. Okay, without.
Okay, you know what? I actually count for a size larger when I lift and carry things.
Well, there you go. Well, okay, so
You're already 8 foot tall.
you're fine with lifting the crates, but when you have to go into the tents, as you walk into one, you just hits your stomach. Like it's too big for you. So you try and crawl in there, and you take up the whole tent. So you're smashing things around. You can see this large giant inside the tent moving about stuff.
Can I cast sleep?
And between the two of you, it takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You find a few things of note.
This better not be a recurring bit.
You find five ruby gems.
I don't know how many spells
5
I
ruby
got.
gems.
Ruby
Yep.
gems.
5 ruby gems.
Well, I'll take them, thank you very much.
Who finds them?
Who got the highest?
She did.
You get 3, you get 2.
Alright, I'll cop that.
Fernando watches hungrily.
Fernando just looks at you all and is just chewing his guitar. I'll never pay off my debts.
No.
Can
You're
we
a
search
squire.
the corpses?
Yeah, so searching the corpses, you don't find anything of note, much like the other cultists from the evening before. Nothing of note. You see, the weapons and things like that, the strange symbol. You see written in scroll the misery vex. You've heard that before. And from when you went to last night as well.
Yeah, sure.
The cultist had a note on it saying the misery vex.
Okay, I'm gonna take the symbol.
Mhm.
I'm gonna just grab a robe
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the symbol
Yeah.
and everything. The mystery
So
vex. Gather as much.
write down cultist robe and in parentheses misery vex. Besides that, you don't find much. You see a few wagons, and when you look in, foul, you see a few body parts,
Nice.
a bit of rotten as well.
Oh god.
Keep 'em.
Like it's
Livia.
as unholy as this goes, it's pretty disgusting. Like it's very confronting in a way as
I
well.
take off my glass and I say, shit. That's it. That's what I say.
Alupine is strangely unperturbed.
Are you leaving? So between all that, you don't find anything else besides that. What are you doing to the campsite? You're just going to leave it there? Are you going to head back? What are you guys doing?
Kick it around a little bit.
Yeah,
Actually, can we have a look for footprints? Just have a quick gaze on the ground to see if there are any orc footprints. We've been following orc footprints.
I think with the investigation checks you get, within that time allocated, you find the footprints of another orc leading out towards the north.
Yeah.
And as you look, that's where the mountain is. And based on this, you assume it's probably heading back to its stronghold to do something. You're unsure what at this point. But there was another one that was there. You missed it when you got pushed aside and just ran after the fighting.
Well, fair to say, like, we're done. Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we go back? Shall we go back?
Let's go back.
Should we burn the wagon of corpse meat? I
It's my
mean,
favorite band.
corpse meat. I'll write that down.
Wagon of corpse meat.
Wagon of corpse meat. I mean,
Should we just take some, just in case?
the wagon.
Call the meat?
Of the meat?
Oh, what?
I feel like if there's any situation where, like, rotten meat's
okay,
gonna
well,
come
if
into
you
our
wanna-
house, it's gonna be this.
Did you want to find something of note within the?
I don't think anything of note's gonna happen.
I mean, there's
but if we
there's
have,
some
like, an
torn
airtight
clothing.
Tupperware container or something.
You
good.
know,
If we have a
Tupperware.
vacuum
I don't
sealed sort of little tarp.
Julia?
Tell you, roll an investigation check as you just look over the wagon.
Roll a Tupperware check.
4.
4.
I'll roll one as well.
Please, please.
But I'm going to use disadvantage because I'm not looking very hard. That's an 8 plus 3.
3. You don't find anything. You find like a feet. You find a head. What
Actually,
you
no,
do
it's
find,
not. It's
however, you
actually-
find
It's only 9, sorry.
a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you look through and you can't seem to find anything.
What
of
was-
note.
What was in there? Oh, that's
Okay, no,
hot.
then I say
What does
Fernando.
Fernando do?
I say Fernando, look.
You want me to first you drink my tap, then you make me crawl. I need a pay raise.
You're not getting paid,
I
Fernando.
want to get paid.
What if
Like I
Fernando-
joined you out of the goodness of my heart, and now I'm digging through shit.
Fernando, I'll give you a ruby.
Done. All right, and he looks through.
I feel like there's something in the meat.
Hey, With a 15,
Catcher in the
Yeah.
Rye. Something in the meat.
he spends like a good like 2-3 minutes like as a bard would, just like trying to get his dirty sleeve.
But he's inspired as well.
Halfway
right?
through, he
Bardic
like
inspiration
halfway-
to search that meat.
halfway through he puts his hand up. I need the money now.
Is he
Did you
tickling
find
an
it?
anus?
He's halfway through it.
Is he
Are you trying as hard as you can?
With the gem, I can.
You fuck.
And so mark off one of the ruby gems. Thank you. And he just keeps digging around. Ah, look at this! And he pulls out a long necklace.
A long neck. What sort of necklace is it?
It's got this ornate crest on it.
rubies
It's a symbol. If lack for a better term, it looks like a heirloom of sorts. And as you look inside, you see a picture of a woman.
Fernando, pass that over.
I don't think so. I'll handle the necklace. Thank you, Fernando.
Well, she did pay me. I mean,
Fair's
fair's fair. Hey! And he gives it to you. So write down necklace, heirloom necklace. Unsure of the importance.
Can we have the moment when we appear?
Yeah. So after that, you guys are now.
Alright, cool.
Are you staying?
Wait, I think we're gonna start walking back to the camp.
I'm gonna like ladder up some meat.
Why?
Well, what part do you
We
want to
could
take?
throw it to a monster in the arena later.
I just feel like it's gonna be useful.
What part do you want to take? You've got a big selection.
Like a foot.
You take a foot.
Oh,
Write down.
Why not a fly?
Write down foot.
Yeah, actually, like a breast bit, like something meaty.
What?
Just like a flank of meat.
This isn't a
Doing a
chicken
casual
shop.
breast?
This isn't a chicken shop. You know, no one's
Really
asking
one
for
of
breast or
these?
leg.
We'll say you take
Give me a tit.
you take a
A whole ass
Hey,
hammer.
can I have a quarter tit and chips?
We'll say you take a foot. You take a foot.
Half tit. I'm feeling
Yeah.
fancy.
Or do you want to take like? Do
tit and chips?
you want to take a small sample? Is
Yeah,
that what you?
chicken salt,
Yeah.
please.
So you take like maybe like a
And the cream
like that.
soda.
Like a bit of residue.
Make it
Yeah.
Just write down meat from cult camp.
Meat from Cult Camp.
Meat from cult camp.
Favorite Nickelodeon show.
So you two.
Hey, I'm Amber. Welcome to Meat from Cult Camp. We're pitting
Guaranteed fresh.
Oh.
So you two have just teleported back, and the unicorn's just left, and everyone's in awe.
Does it make note to like say goodbye to me?
Yeah, so it turns around, it dips its head low to everyone else, then
Yeah.
lower to you, and begins trotting off. And you swear for a second as you watch it leave, it's just gonna walk off, but you blink for a second and it's gone.
Yeah. Okay. I look around.
The orc's been taken to the side now.
I
and
try
you-
and I'm a god. I look at the lady who was giving us information before. God, pay me.
Oh, the unicorn's impressive. Was that you?
Yes.
And you brought back Grun
Yes.
within 15 minutes.
Hell
Yes.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Pay me.
Yeah.
Well,
Us.
I'm
Pay us.
forever grateful. Thank you so much. We can do so much work with this. I'll get the guards right away to give you the reward.
I want an invitation to the
Oh,
ball.
wait, yeah, doesn't the reward come from Drakkar Lovelace?
Yeah.
Should we go see him in person to tell him of the unicorn?
Who wants to make the persuasion check?
Can I make an intimidation?
Can-
I insist.
I insist.
Both roll.
Nice posture.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful back.
7.
That's a 19 plus.
Fuck yeah.
Can I roll?
Fuck yeah.
Plus 3, it's a 21.
22.
Almost.
So you're
Oh my
not
God.
bambling, but like you're everyone's a bit scared of you at the moment, and every time like you
I'm
gesture in one
scared of
direction,
me.
every time you gesture in one direction, people like flinch a little bit.
I'm giving him the
unsure.
old razzle
You
dazzle,
kind of, like,
flashing a bit of ankle.
you
letting
take a
him know
second.
this-
You take a second to walk up charmingly to
What's up?
Narelle, and you say this,
Hey girl.
and you say, "Well, I mean, I could arrange. Yes, I guess I could with the amount of time you've saved us, and it's just for you for your party."
We don't know what they died.
We'll have 4 invitations.
5.
For
4.
Fernando.
Fernando. Four of us go.
Oh, yeah, I'm not here.
What are you guys saying?
Look, I'm actually not. I am too in my own ego, so you have to make this decision right now. I've got
It'll
little
be-
lightning crackling.
Yeah, no,
between
no,
my
this is
fingers.
definitely-
I don't
this
know
is
what I
definitely-
am.
It'll be too annoying if we don't take them.
Livia, this is definitely your call.
It will be too annoying if we don't take them. We'll just have to repeat everything that happened. We'll take 4 invitations.
4 invitations.
Fernando's got to get back to the tavern to pay off the debt that we racked up for him.
4 invitations it is, and it was...
To
What was
drink
your name,
at
sorry?
Malfoy. My name is Livia.
Nice to meet you, and it was...
William Thomas Spinach! And I
And
do
your
a minor...
two-
No.
We're not back yet, are we?
Well, they're asking for the names.
Yeah.
So you continue doing a minor illusion?
My illusion of electricity and a unicorn running through the electricity.
Roll a performance check. Roll a performance check.
So it's Livia, it's Billy Spins.
19 with advantage, plus 3, that's 25.
So you take a second to do this, and it's not like it's gonna make it, but you get the same residue. And you see the unicorn kind of like jump over in a rainbow, and it kind of like passes through it, like through the flame in a way, and it like cackles with electricity, and you see the unicorn gallop off, and it extends into one of the guards, and they're like, oh. Like, this is the first time people have probably like, that was fucking cool. The names of the other 2?
There's a guy, Gregory, and Alupine. That's all. That's the only people we have. Not another person with us.
Wasn't there 5?
No, you're mistaken,
Very
I'm
well.
afraid.
That's
Should have gone
all.
to Specsavers. There are 4 of us.
It will be done, and the guards will have. Where are you staying? The respite, I assume.
We are staying at the respite. Yes.
Right. I'll have the reward sent to you there. I cannot express how grateful we are. You've done us such a favor. And you see some of the adventurers, some of like the other adventurers, ones that are clad in beautiful ornate armor, ones that like sport these beautiful staves, come walking out like, we've come to destroy the orcs. And they just look around and they look at the orc and like,
Up high.
The All-Stars!
What's left of them?
Most of the stars!
The prestige.
some of them just like murmur like, God. And they
Is
start
there any
walking
of
on.
my illusion left over?
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
Is there...
The unicorn's like dissipating. At this
Like,
point.
I'm really, like, not sure how to feel about anything right now.
Yeah.
Okay, as Fernando, Alupine, and Gregory are walking, I'm going to Fernando. I'm like, so you're a bard?
Yes.
You can do drawings as well?
I can, yes.
Alright.
I drew the map. Pretty good map.
You know how we're the All-Stars.
Right.
Maybe a logo or something? Something for brand recognition. I turn to Alupine and I go,
It has to be in like a 4x3 for the profile pictures, just so you get your dimensions right.
yes. And if you would like
You know,
a
I'm
song
pretty sure the
about
format's
All-Stars.
a bit different.
No.
But that's fine. A song?
A song.
I'll get
Copyright
right.
free.
However,
Becoming an all-star.
Becoming an All-Star. The water's getting warm.
guys,
You might
please,
as well
copyright
swim.
infringement. Don't do it. Don't cross that
Perhaps
line.
it is wise to swim. Mayhaps it would be.
Contradicting popular wisdom. All
Right.
is gold.
I will get right on the song regarding. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a song already like that, but I'll make a new one.
No.
I'll make a new one.
Hey, bud. I'll smash your mouth.
You got me. No,
It might
I'll.
just be shooting stars that break the mold off your mouth.
Guys, got me.
What is the glitter?
Sorry.
Oh, it is gold?
Alright.
I will get right away on the song regarding the logo. I mean,
Logo.
look, you can pay me more rubies, you can pay my bar tab, but there's got to be something. I mean, I'm not doing this for free.
So what are you doing this for? You've just been following us around.
Well, I
for
wanted
3
to get in the
days.
tourney. I guess I wanted to have a bit of adventure. I guess, you know.
Yes, you need us. We want you. We don't need you.
You met each other yesterday.
And bonds
yeah.
form strong over blood, my friend, and let's not spill any more.
Oh,
shit!
Can that character do that as well? Because I just think it's great.
Roll an
First
intimidation
of
check
all.
with advantage, because that was
Sick.
that was fucking.
Fucking awesome.
So, you get another one though.
Oh, hey.
Okay, 13 plus
Charisma.
-2.
So,
11.
Minus one.
regardless, you say this in your small gnomish state, and he. Very well. Shall I lead? Dring.
How quickly can you get the logo out?
It could take a few days.
19 plus.
What for?
It's intimidation. 19 plus 0, but I go, a few days.
2 days. 2 days.
So I'm gonna roll again.
No. 2 days. Guaranteed. I'll get on my graphic designer. I'll make her do everything. It'll be perfect, brilliant, wonderful. It will be all stars with Fernando. How's that sound?
Is that what he wants? Is that what you want, Fernando?
No, I want to be a part of All Stars, but I understand you don't want me to be part of it. As this is you walking that way.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Can't I be a part?
I mean, there's a ball coming up. I mean, sure, do you want to go to the ball?
I would love to come. Thank you so much.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, if we get the
I've got my I picked my best attire for such an occasion. I wasn't sure if I'd get anywhere. You know what? I would do everything for free. Everything.
if we get the opportunity to invite you to the ball, I mean, surely
No,
we can talk about this as a team.
I would love
We will
that.
be honoured, we will be honoured.
I will do it in one day.
One day.
One day logo.
One day logo.
All Stars
Perfect, yes.
with Fernando Foreshadow featuring The Ball, where Fernando Foreshadow and co will be there.
Yes, that sounds good.
And the song I'll
song?
get writing on straight away, and he begins humming a tune. All Stars.
I'm looking forward to this
All
ball.
Stars. All Stars. Hey. Now. You're an all. No.
No, it seems wrong.
Contrived.
Not your
So you
best.
begin.
Derivative.
I think at this point you all you catch up, and you two have just said you're just talking to your Earl, and you've had a conversation with her. Did you want to talk to her at all, Livia, about anything?
Is there anything important that
I mean, she seems grateful. So if there's anything you'd like to ask before these two come back.
We've never met this Drakkar Lovelace guy. Do you have any tips for how we might sweet talk him, get what we want?
He is the Lord of Lorien. He holds a lot of power. I would be very careful what you say. He's currently talking peace treaties with Bowen and Vin. He's got a lot on his mind, I'll give you that. And if you do get a chance to talk to him, compliments. I mean, he's a man of many things. He loves many things. We are a very natural kingdom around here, so perhaps a gift?
Perhaps a gif.
Of me.
Yeah,
speaking carefully is not exactly our point.
I'm still a god!
Does he enjoy games of dice?
You know what? He was a bit of a gambler back in his youth.
That's all I needed to know, good
And with
lady.
that, you tip your fedora.
Hate to see you go. I'd love to watch you leave.
So you're all like, thanks you again, ensures you that the payment will be there in the evening. And she gets on with the rest of the day. And you see now the general atmosphere around the area is good, and the orc seems to be like,
Having a
held,
good
they
time.
talk to him. It's
What
good.
time of day is it?
It's about 12 p.m., 1 p.m. at this
Wait,
point.
did it take us 15 minutes?
You did have to travel here and then 15 minutes. Within the state,
Okay,
it takes
cool.
to travel here.
How long does it take to travel here?
It's like 2. I had it down as 4 hours total. So between there's like 2 hours to it.
I want to do some competition.
So you all convene once more and figure out, yes, Livia, William, good to see you once more. The unicorn's good, right? At this point, you're like,
And a low poly unicorn, like an Atari.
6 bits, like
Fat
8
Shetland
bit
pony.
unicorn.
with a carrot.
Nyan cat, there it is.
Oh, Gregory, don't cross me.
Alright, Cameron.
So you decide to, so you convene with one another. Fernanda greets you once more. So, you got the money? Are we waiting for it? What's the deal?
Oh.
We have got
I
a
don't know.
very special meeting with Drakkar Lovelace. Well, when I say we, it was a hard negotiation. We couldn't manage to secure you a spot in the meeting.
Oh, it's just a meeting.
We're
It's
going.
just a sit-down
What
conversation,
was that
right?
called?
Yes, Livia.
You.
Livia, well, surely we can invite our friend Fernando to the ball.
He's done so much
Wait,
for us.
wait. The
Should-
ball and the meeting are the same thing.
No,
No.
different things. But
Oh, right.
did you talk to Miss Majors?
We're going to the ball.
We hadn't spoken about the ball. We've got a meeting sometime today. Is that not the case? No, the meeting is the ball.
The ball is the meeting. Like you said, if you're guaranteed a meeting, like if you want to talk to him, say these things. But it's a ball. It's like very much like you only have like a few things you can do.
So I turn around and immediately walk back inside in order
Yo.
to secure Fernando.
No.
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 All right, we're going that road. Cool.
No,
Well, hold
try
on.
and
What's
get him
happening?
in.
What's happening character-wise? So you're having second thoughts.
Well,
I'm just like, I want to go to a fancy ball and
Yeah.
dress up. I don't really care about Fernando. I don't
Yeah.
care about anyone.
Sure, but what's
Everything's-
happening right now?
Oh,
So what is the ball the meeting?
is the ball?
Apparently-
So no,
Yeah.
so
Invitations to the
so
ball.
the Drakkar Lovelace will be at the ball.
Oh, I know.
If you
but
get a-
I'm asking
Oh,
these
sure.
two
I guess
because
it
that's why I
don't
said it
know.
in character voice.
Sorry.
I guess it is.
Alupine looks imploringly at you two.
But Fernando
towards
is writing the
Fernando.
songs of our adventures,
Oh,
and
God.
he's giving us a logo.
Ah yes, All Stars with Fernando Foreshadow, featuring Fernando Foreshadow at the ball with Co.
I look at him and I'm like, lose subtitles.
But I'm going to the ball.
Lose subtitles.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make
All
it work.
stars.
We'll make it
Perfect.
With Fernando. Foreshadow.
No,
But
no subtitles.
but
still we can do.
if you lose the with Fernando, it is assumed that the All Stars encompasses you,
All Stars
and at the end of the day,
with everyone.
isn't everyone an All Star?
Oh, Christ.
Isn't being an All Star a frame of mind?
Right. But so let me get this straight. We're going to the ball, right? We've
Yes,
secured
we're
the ball.
going to the
I'm
ball.
going to speak to that woman right now.
No.
Secure all of us a ticket.
We're
And I walk into the tent.
Yep.
We-
It's the tower, and she's
Megis, Phil from the Fieldman.
Ah,
You
glorious.
guys have a
Yes.
good relationship
Um,
though.
Yes, so,
Yeah.
what's her name?
Magis Urel.
Magis Urel.
Yes, I can help.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Again, thank you so much. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Anything else? So have you already spoken to my friends?
so attempting to convey.
Well, no, you. The award, the reward for your services is being sent this evening, and I've secured the 4 invites for Livia, Gregory, Alupine, and William. Yes,
4.
4.
4.
But there's 5 of us.
I'm yelling
Then
from
what's
outside
the fifth
tent.
name?
I tried
The
to
5th
tell
name
you.
is Fernando Foreshadow. Perhaps you've heard his songs, SoundCloud. Second name. Buy them on Band. What's the name?
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. It's just $1.
5 invites it is.
Oh, that was easy. I thought there'd be some sort of conflict.
No,
So did I.
You've done us a great favor, and if you helped with what you've done, then I'm more than happy to
And I
invite
slip
you.
in my phone number. I say, and maybe are you gonna be at the ball?
So medieval. So the
No,
medieval.
no, it's my phone number. It's Remy Danois phone number.
Okay, and she says. And she
Can I
takes it.
barge in at this point? Where do I buy the finest clothes fit for a god?
I think you guys are done here.
And I say,
Right.
telepath me? What do we do?
So you 4 exit the tower. Where are you going now? What's the plan of action? It's about midday. You seem to be, if not recovering most of your
How do I get a spell slot back?
How
Long
do I-
rest.
as
long
a
rest?
sorcerer, a long rest.
Okay.
Yep.
How long is a long rest? It's
8 hours.
8 hours.
Alright.
Oh, where's the kid at?
The
Is
kid?
he still?
Still, last you heard, still with Hathlick.
Do we know if there's like nighttime competitions? long does
Haven't
it really run?
asked, but
It's-
as
no,
you're
it's
walking back
midday.
within the two hours, so it gets about 2
Yeah,
p.m.
no, but if you wanted your spell slots back, we could go like the night slot.
I've still got 2.
So you spend around you're walking back and you ask like a guard nearby, like, oh yes, well I mean the arena runs as long as it's really wanted, but the main crowd is attracted between the hours of good morn and probably 5-6 p.m. around about there.
To the arena!
Let's go.
Let's go.
To the arena.
To the arena.
To the arena.
And the
Short
guard
rest
just like, sure. So
Uh,
you're taking a short rest?
I'm taking a short rest.
Cool. So a short rest entails that everyone can spend a hit die if they like. So who lost hit points? No one, because everyone rolled for
I
shit.
didn't get hit, yo.
So anything that you lost hit points, you regain by hit die, but that doesn't matter. Anything you might regain as a short rest, you gain as a short rest. So you spend about an hour like gathering your thoughts outside the arena.
While I'm
and-
short resting, can I gather cheese materials?
A short rest is including light activity. I'll say sure. Roll a survival check to see if you can get anything from the vicinity.
Is that intelligence or wisdom? Wisdom.
Survival is wisdom.
18!
Oh, bud, you just found a packaged Colesbury. That's a double brie as well.
What'd you get?
Sorry?
What'd you get?
18.
18.
That's
You find a mushroom. You find
What's with the mushroom?
I'm gonna make such good cheese, guys. Don't worry. These
you find some strange like leaves in the grass. Now remember, Lorien is this very nature-driven culture, so there's things just lying about. You find these beautiful leaves that smell like almost lemongrass in a way. You find a few interesting like salts in a way. You kind of like open up this rock and you find this beautiful red sort of like powder in a way, and you smell it and it smells exotic and fresh and new.
What should I write for that exotic powder?
What do you want to call it? What would you call it? You're from this area.
Red powder.
Smelly stuff.
Smelly stuff. the fabled smelly stuff. No one has ever actually put a name to it because it smells so much like stuff.
Smelly stuff.
Smelly stuff.
Stuff.
So you got like you've got
cheese,
enough
just
now.
shoot
You've got enough now that should you try to make more cheese, you probably
Do I not need liquid?
Yeah, milk.
you can purchase milk.
Can William identify whether the mushrooms are magic or not?
No, because he's not that smart yet.
I'm never gonna
I mean, like
get smart.
unless you want to. I don't think. you
Well, I have 2 times mushrooms now.
can. Yeah.
Could I investigate my mushrooms?
Is there anything else you guys would like to do on the short rest?
Can we go and chat to the kid or not?
Yeah, of course. Like it's light activity, so you can walk about.
I'd like to go and have a little chat to the kid.
Yeah. So you want to go to the inn? Who's going with Alupine?
I'll come.
Livia
No,
and
I'm out.
So
Searching.
you two are doing your thing, Livia and Alupine. You guys head into the tavern and do. There's a few more people around here. Hatlick's preparing. Fernando stays outside. He doesn't want to be put to his services just yet. So he's like, I'll wait outside. You lot, you can do.
As this is happening, I'm buying some sweat bands.
Yep. So you're trading. I'll get to it in a second. So you two, you go to the Hatlick. Yes. He's upstairs in the second room. And so you go upstairs. You unlock it, and you see Jeremy, this small boy who's sitting on the bed, kind of like looking out the window, just like with his hands on his legs, just very like bony knees. Hasn't been fed quite long. You see like there's a plate of food, isn't touched, and he just looks out and he's just, oh, hello.
Hi. How you doing, bud?
I'm all right. I
You
mean,
should eat your vegetables, mate.
okay. Can I help with anything? I mean, Dad always said that if I looked out to the sun long enough, sometimes you could see the birds.
What does that mean?
He's grieving. It's fine.
Oh,
he's grieving.
he
He's
doesn't
not
know
making
what
any
he's saying.
sense.
Oh.
Sometimes.
So you're standing in the doorway. Are you moving up to him?
No, still very much in that doorway.
I wanted to bring out the necklace and ask whether potentially it belonged to his family, because it feels right. I just maybe get
So
it
you
out.
bring out the necklace and you do sit next to him, or you just like stand there.
Yeah, no, I come and sit next to him.
Cool. So you get up on your gnome legs and you sit on the bed
Yeah.
with him.
It's like a real.
With these.
The child, I don't know that. And you now see the rustling of backpack as the rabbit springs out,
Oh God.
and the child's like, oh, and it like looks to you like, should I speak? Like, is that like it looks to you like giving you that notion like shrug. Hello there, little one, and the kid's like, oh. It talks.
It does.
Oh, what's its name?
Oh. Hurry.
Have you not had a name for it?
You know what? I've never had a name before, but Harry sounds good.
Oh, does Rabbit have a name? I don't think Rabbit has a name.
No, I don't have a name. You can call me Harry.
Cute.
And so the kid like, can I help you?
You can pat him.
Okay.
Oh, gently, not like that. Like just nicely. Yeah. Nice.
So you Ralph? Are you from around these parts?
Yeah, we just used to live kind of over the mountains or so. Pretty close. Have you always lived here?
Yeah. I've moved from place to place, but I've lived here for most of my life.
Brilliant.
Holding a clam.
It's good, guys.
I mean, did you know anything? I'm so sorry. Did you know anything maybe about some of your family members disappearing?
Well, yeah. I can tell you what happened, I guess. So,
Please do.
If
so
that's
you
all right.
found my dad's ledger, yeah?
We did.
Yeah?
You know, Grain going dead, Guy telling me to fuck off.
He was really
people
strange,
dying.
but we're not the only ones. I mean, it's a bit hard to survive out here, particularly when we're not in the kingdom's reaches. We just, scrap for food, we find things, we do what we can, but with these new things, everyone was upset. Everyone didn't want them there. And
The new things?
the people,
Oh.
they didn't seem like people. They looked like dead things. I don't know what you call them.
So they were just like
Walkers.
hanging out with you?
No, they were watching us.
Watching you?
And we weren't the
How
only
did
ones
you know they were watching you?
Well, every time the scouts came back, some of them went missing, and they heard rumors. It wasn't very good. And after some time, my dad said we should probably steal the beer, and we should get some money to go to Port Thurn to get a ship. And that's you know the rest. But look, I'm strong. I'll persevere. It's fine. Yeah. I got skills. I can steal things. And you see now that the necklace, the beaded necklace around your neck or your is it around your neck or your thing?
It's around my neck.
Around your neck. He's kind of like, in a way you didn't realize, but he's like unlatched it from the back and he's like slipped it down. He's left it on your shoulder, just dangling there. It's like I'll put it back because I'm pretty good at things. He like ties it back up for you.
Wow.
What's his kid's name, if you ask?
Jeremy. It's in the ledger. Yeah.
Wow, Jez, you're a real stealing legend. Good for you, mate.
Gee whiz, Jez.
Hey,
But I mean, like we weren't the only ones being harassed. Those hooded figures apparently were everywhere during the dragon attacks.
The dragon attacks.
I do know about those.
Danzeth.
Sorry.
Fuck, what's his name? Danzeth? Yeah, Danzeth the dragon.
The one that you see
Danzeth.
in the mountain.
The one
The one that was
yeah,
killed, and the reason why the Harbinger Tourney is
happening.
happening. Yeah,
Killed.
So they were all around then. What do they just come after?
that's
you
when
then?
they came.
Like
When
a
the dragons
dragon
came.
priest.
They came when the dragons came.
It was
Like-
about a year ago. It was about a year ago,
Part of
but
the
they only
same
started.
Phenomenon?
Hmm?
Part of the same phenomenon.
I'm not too sure, but they were here when the dragon came almost a year ago, and they were seen, but they didn't really do anything. They just heard rumors about these strange hooded people, but they started doing strange things in the last month. And
Like what? Killing people.
he points to the ledger,
Totally.
that type of stuff.
Totally.
But thank you for bringing the rabbit. I mean,
He's
Harry's
good,
fun.
He's good,
Can you bring him back sometime? I mean, I'm pretty.
Real good RP, guys. I'm feeling the emotion. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted. I feel like shit.
I mean, what's your plan now, Jeremy?
I mean, I guess I'll help Hatchlick around the inn. I'll earn my keep, you know.
Hot tip, we're about to go kill it in the arena and people will be so distracted they won't notice you taking everything they
Hey,
own.
hey, and if you want to bet on something,
You're
go
not
and
here.
a coin.
You're
I'm
not
not
here.
here.
Oh, can I come with you then?
Stay at a safe distance.
Okay.
We have
100%.
our reputation is dodgy enough as it is without
No.
having
From a distance
a
you hear,
child
oh my
criminal
God!
in tow.
I kind of want to initiate Jeremy into the All-Stars.
We can't bring a child into
Why
the
not?
arena.
Not
He'll
into the
die.
arena necessarily, but we'll be
You can
right.
you can be an honorary
Can we
all-star.
Jeremy, do you have any skill with weaponry?
No, I'm
Totally. What were you about to say?
Can we just, sidebar, can we give Jeremy Fernando's ticket? I like Jeremy way more.
So at this point, so Jeremy's like, yes, I'll come, and he starts packing his things. You can see like he gets this long shirt out, and you can see now he like undoes the button, and you can see look, he puts his hand out, puts it in, and you can see now he pulls out like, this long ribbon that he tucks in there and hides it away, and it's pretty well hidden.
He's hectic. He's hectic.
He's got this little
Let's
little
keep him.
belt.
Jeremy's
He's a small boy with black dark hair,
What colour eyes?
green.
Oh,
How dark or pale is he?
Oh,
What does it matter? I
He's,
just want a better picture.
you know.
You're putting
or is he like
Oh,
olive
sometimes.
complexion, freckled? Maybe?
Yeah, I would say freckle face, olive complexion, green eyes, black hair.
He's beautiful. It's beautiful.
like what I
So
wish I could be.
he runs behind you as you two.
And
Are
he's
you
running.
exiting at this point, or what are you guys doing?
Yeah, let's put out. I've got an arm around his shoulder.
Yeah.
I may be a bit
Oh,
shorter
yeah,
than he is.
No, I put him.
Well, I'm on his butt, mate.
I put him on my shoulders.
Put him on his shoulders.
Head on.
He kind of
we
like
have to duck to get through every door.
he pulls your cow down a little bit.
No, thank you, Jeremy. That's very funny. Names.
What was your name, sorry?
It doesn't matter, Jez. It's not important.
And it was Alupine
Alupine.
and Harry. Okay. So you guys exit and you
Names
see Fernando's like, you got the child, right? So we're going to the arena with the child. Who's this? I am Fernando Foreshadow. My friends call me Nando, but my lovers call me Four. But you can call me Freddy.
But you can call me 4. You are my next lover.
I think we all
Well,
got
maybe if he waits for like 8 years.
Yeah, how old's this kid?
He's like 12, 13.
Why is he
Like
like
80.
Oh, no. Sorry. That was
He's way younger
no,
than
like
that.
7 or 8.
He's 7.
We'll say 7. So Fernando's like,
Oh,
I'm not going to fight, but I can look after him in the wings if you like.
He won't need any looking after, Fernando.
And at this point, Fernando's like, hold on a second. And he looks down to his thing where his mug's handing and the kid's got it, and you don't know how he got it. And he's just like, ha. tosses
He gets
it
the
back.
case down.
Jeremy.
No! Fernando!
So you three
Jeremy,
head
give
there.
it back. He doesn't
So,
have enough
what
to
are
give
you
away.
doing?
Okay, I've gone to like a place where I can just buy like a general store.
Okay.
Where there's like welcome to those like there's like it has like postcards and also has like names like welcome to Australia, Sally.
Sure. Yeah.
Welcome
So
to-
what do you want? What do you want to get?
I'm getting like novelty a Harbinger Tourney sweatband.
There are Harbinger Tourney merchandise everywhere.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
getting a Harbinger Tourney sweatband.
Cool.
And
We'll say it's like between that, it's like 3 silver pieces.
Yeah.
You also
great RP movie.
this hag in the shop next to the one that you're at, like this old woman says, do you have a time for a riddle?
Yes.
Yes.
The riddle.
I always have time for riddles.
Oh my god, major character moment.
All right. So, I'll wager if you can't guess my riddle, you'll give me 5 gold pieces. But if you can guess my riddle in 2 guesses,
Riddle?
in 2 guesses,
Yes.
I'll give you this potion. And she dings it.
What's the
And
potion?
puts it away. Do a perception check as she quickly brings it out.
What she bring? Oh, I see.
14.
14. It's got this toenail in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Perfect.
Do it.
delicious.
And she would say, okay. Let me think. Yes. What flies without wings? What passes all things? What mends all sorrow? And what brings the morrow?
Time.
You're a smart boy.
You've read the whole
Here is the potion. Now I've got one more for you. If you can answer this next riddle, I'll take back the potion and you give me 5 gold pieces. Or,
Wait.
Wait,
or,
Is this sort of like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sort of thing?
or, if you guess right, I'll give you this other potion. That's right.
Yeah, it's not as good.
You
7.
didn't get a glimpse of
Alright. Yes. Give me your riddle.
it. She
Old woman.
She comes close and she brings her voice down a little bit. When you look into my face, I shall never lie. Instead, but be a window into your soul, whether their light or shadows hide. As in me, many see their deaths where others see their lives. In this deny me many try, but they simply twist their knives. For though prejudiced to some I may seem, the lie is their own lies.
Death.
No.
No.
That is
Wait.
your first guess.
Oh,
What
is it your
your
first
second?
guess?
Can I whisper, or does he have
You
to
other
do
guys
it?
aren't here.
What's your second?
My second guess.
What has a face?
A face.
What can you see things in?
Things that might be inflated.
It's airplanes.
I'm sorry, but that's not the answer to
You
the riddle.
fucking moron!
Tell you what, for the entertainment, you can keep the potion. But if you want to come back tomorrow,
Sorry, can I get a little bit of RPing as to what she responds to the most nonsensical thing in this world, which is airplane?
Fucking moron!
Like, what is an airplane to her?
Nothing! She's like,
Gobbledygook.
gobbledygook. It's like it's nonsensical language. You can keep the potion, but I will see you tomorrow for another riddle. How about
Oh,
Just take 5 more
I'll be
pieces.
back.
and me with you.
that? Think about the answer. Think about it.
Jesus!
Fuck's sake.
What's your
So
intelligence?
you
What's
four.
your intelligence?
That's +1.
Do you know what it
fuck
was?
No,
No,
really.
don't tell.
Oh.
Don't tell.
No, oh.
Don't know yet.
It's a famous riddle. You can Google.
It's, I don't know
Alright,
the riddle,
I
but the
didn't know
answer's
the first
really easy.
one.
All right, so you four
I've never heard any
head towards the arena, and you can see now.
I don't look up
Guys.
riddles. It's an
The first
easy
one is
riddle.
from The Hobbit.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
So
I
you
guess
walk
that
towards the arena, and you see the small, stout dwarf who's behind there. Says, "Oh, there you are! Come over here. I've got just the fight for you." And you see the tiefling behind him with her horns, just like look behind. And says, "Ah, yes, you again. So we've got a fight for you. Ah, it's going to be. Wait for it. Let me look through my ledger. It's not a cockatrice. It is an.
They don't know I made a unicorn today, did
No.
they?
It is an egg.
It's a what?
I'll say it again. It's an egg.
A what?
If you don't know what it is, it's going to probably kill you. But
I'm a furball.
it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So are you ready?
I turned to the tiefling and like,
Probably.
you know anything about unicorns?
If you're ready to fight, step right through there. The crowd's been waiting for you.
I chuck Jeremy 20 gold, I say. Bet on us.
Sure. So mark up 20 gold. I sure will. Yes. Look, come with me, Jeremy. You can do your thing, but I'll lead you the right way. And Jeremy,
Plop down another 20 as well.
40 gold. 20 for each.
Jeremy,
I'll bet on you. Jeremy can do his thing.
I love Jeremy so much.
So they go off to the top, and you can now hear the from coming from the inside.
Sorry, do I need a moment to turn sorcery points into spell slots?
You can take a moment. Do you want to do that?
Do I need a moment though?
No, it takes a bonus action. So
Cool. Can I, as I'm going in?
So you take a moment to prepare yourself, and as you do, something clicks.
Yeah.
And the same magic as before kind of like arcs between your fingertips again, like, oh god, like, I feel revitalized again once
Cool.
more. So you begin walking through the...
Pasa. Dashi, pasa.
You begin walking through the drapes.
Yeah.
And that, good luck in there, and remember... And you walk through the thing, and you hear everyone cheer. There's about 100 more people than there was before. And you walk in, and you begin walking around. You're cheering down. You hear voices, go, go, go. They don't know who you are, but they're excited.
I do
They're
my
excited
minor
for
illusion
something.
again. And
Do it again.
Can I get advantage because I did the? I want the
No,
same
do
one
it,
as last
just
time.
make a performance check.
Okay. A minor illusion to pull up all stars, big star, followed by a unicorn.
Okay.
Are you using a spell?
It's minor illusion
What'd you
with plus performance plus dex charisma, which is 16.
16 total?
Yeah.
Wait, no, wait. What?
I get 2 for performance.
Yeah.
Cool. So 16. So you do all stars and and you see the unicorn. It's still the pixelated unicorn.
It's
but
okay,
the
I
all
don't
star
care.
looks pretty cool. So everyone's like cheering, like yeah, and it dies down after about 10 seconds, and you can see on the top veranda, the wooden veranda, you see a large portly man with a thin mustache, none other than Drakar Lovelace.
And I point to him, and I go,
He's currently
and I bow.
and he gives you a curt jest, and everyone kind of like nods their head slightly. You can see that this man, although large and comical, holds a lot of power and respect.
How large?
He's quite portly. He's
How
like,
comical.
It's Wilson Fisk from Spider-Man's Home.
He
so
brings
so
out a small
he's
tuba.
conversing with a few nobles, but he's definitely like keeping his eye, and he's a bit lazily looking through all. But everyone seems to be in like a beautiful like mindset, like they're really excited. This is like
beautiful mind.
Drakar's here.
Set.
And you hear Amos, the dwarven announcer, come out. Welcome all. Tonight we have all stars facing the Ankag. Begin. And there's a dead silence as no one moves, and the gate where the cockatrice came out doesn't move either. And instead, you see the ground beneath the arena. and out coming is this big insectoid creature with these huge mantis-like claws which coming out and these large fangs that come out too.
Does it have
It
eggs
has
underneath
tons of eyes dotting around and all these antennae looking around, and they seem to be swirling around, and as soon as someone steps it, and you can see its mantids just begin looking around. It can't see, but it can feel where you are. Can I get everyone to roll initiative? Looks like this.
3.
Ooh,
Oh, fuck, it's a
19 minus 1,
Hydralisk.
18.
Ew.
How big is it?
How big is it?
Kind of looks like a priest.
It is a large. It's about as big as a cockatrice. So, 20 to 25.
What is?
Oh no, sorry.
15 to 20.
So is my
Yes.
initiative
15.
15?
Yeah, 0.
What'd you get?
16.
16?
18.
18?
Yes.
What'd you get?
3.
Wait! Guess who's going first on a nat 20?
To be fair, that's the only time that doesn't matter. I'm glad.
True.
Just be glad
So,
that
this
wasn't
huge
a hit.
insect-like creature looks towards you all. Who's up front, you reckon? You were walking around quite a lot.
Yes, you were, my
I
friend.
feel like, although... How smart is this creature? No. Yeah, it runs straight towards you. So it gets on its large 4 legs. It goes... And as it does, it moves like through the earth in almost like a fluid nature, as if it can just like part away. And as it comes up, it brings down its large mantids. Is that what you call them? The 2 things that come out here?
Mandibles?
Mandibles? Mandibles? It comes from mandibles and tries to bite you. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Barely. No, it's... Yes, that hits.
Oh no.
Oy vey.
Like a bolt.
That's 12 points of damage.
Holy shit!
So, are you unconscious?
Nah.
Okay. So this large insectoid creature just brings down its 2 mandibles and crunches you. And actually,
fuck.
you take an additional 2 points of acid
Okay,
damage.
well, I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious?
Farewell, sweet friend.
Oh god.
That's fucked, mate.
Oh, stop.
Roll pretty well. So it brings up and it crushes you, and this pulsate goes through, and you just fall limp. And it just
Jeremy.
takes you up and spits it to the ground. Everyone's like,
And as I faint, I say, my money.
and everyone goes quiet for a second,
Oh boy.
and everyone just like, and you can feel like the tense atmosphere begin to pick up.
How well do you think a sleep would work?
Next turn is
Probably not too hot.
next turn is Ellen. Your turn.
Alright, I call upon the lords, upon looking at Gregory, who's now limped to the ground. I channel my strength into conjuring up the divine weapon, my goat friend.
Yep. So the spectral goat begins is floating there. And it charges straight towards the ant hag. Can I get you to roll a attack roll?
I'm actually not sure what the attack is, TBH. I'm just...
It's your spellcasting modifier, so it's +5, I assume. What's your intelligence modifier?
Oh shit.
Is it your wisdom? What's your wisdom modifier?
+3.
So yeah, so it's +5 that roll.
Fuck.
What'd you-
6.
6.
No, that's a
so
natural
11.
one.
It's a nat 1. Oh yeah. So
No,
the
is that-
goat.
No, sorry.
That's a 3.
Oh, well, 3 plus 5 is 8.
No. So your
No,
goat.
it's just +3.
Wait, what?
It's +5 to spell attack.
Oh shit, sorry. 5.
Spell
Cool.
attack. I'm pretty sure it's spelled. Yeah. So it begins charging towards, and it just misses it. And then so. Ends your turn. You can use a bonus action. Do you have a healing spell at all?
I do prayer healing, so I use
Is it a bonus action?
Oh shit.
What is it called? Prayer healing.
Gregory would
Prayer
love
of
that.
healing.
Prayer of healing.
I feel like it's not a bonus action. I feel like that's definitely an action.
I don't fully understand bonus actions. How do they work?
It's like an extra thing you can do?
Is it a spell? Prayer of healing.
Yeah.
Oh, prayer of healing. It's a 2nd level spell.
Yeah.
It's a 10-minute spell.
Whoa!
Up to 6 creatures. Yeah, it's like something you cast like after a big battle to heal yourself. So it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have any other healing spells?
Channel divinity.
Channel Divinity makes you charm beasts.
Cool.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Do you have a
Oh,
potion
no,
on you?
friend, that's all I've got. And divine domain feature.
That's the Channel Divinity.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, you that and you look around.
Okay,
quite
well, I'm
dire.
out for this fight then.
Next turn. Lucy, you're up.
Okay, can I get one more quick look at that monster
Yeah. What do you
in
want?
the book? Like,
Yeah.
can I have a look at it, please? And think. Okay, alright.
What are you doing?
Alright, I'll take my short bow and I'll try and get it in one of its many disgusting eyes.
Roll for an attack.
Okay, that's a 9 plus 4 is 13.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
You go to fire,
Fuck.
Jesus.
and it just flies overhead.
Christ.
Shit and also fuck.
Anything else you're doing?
No, I was gonna. I don't really. I mean, no, I don't.
Hey,
how
Ellen?
much more?
Sitting down. Sorry, is this because of camera? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How much more can I do in my move?
Bonus action, probably not.
No.
Yeah, you can move around. That ends your turn. You now hear from the stalls, "Do something! Get up!" and you feel restorative energies from.
Fernando's pulling through.
Yeah, feel 6 points.
6 points.
How good is this? Bards can just like cheer from the sidelines, and no one knows they're casting magic, right?
That's amazing.
So everyone's
he
cheering, and
still
he just
get a
brings
turn?
out his loot, and he's just like,
I go, I'm up! I'm up!
that ends his turn. Next turn
Thanks,
is
Fernando.
Gregory.
And as I feel the energy coursing through me,
Now he has sick guitar solo.
I put one fist in the air and I go in.
You cunt.
And I go, but I tiptoe behind. I attempt to tiptoe behind the creature.
Yeah, sure. It hears you, and the antennas begin following you.
Stop it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, okay, I get close to it. It does
Stab
14
it.
damage to me.
Just do it now.
Go again.
You know,
I die.
Do it.
It's statistically impossible for it to have another hit like that.
What are you doing?
Make a kill.
Oh, beans.
Everyone's cheering like, he's back up, get him!
Say something scathing. Make it wither in low confidence.
Julian, what's the dodge action?
Dodge action, you take a stance, they get a disadvantage to hit you.
Okay, I'm going to. No, I can't do it.
I swear to God, if you fucking fight this.
Yes, I'm going to fight it, but I will.
What are you doing?
I'm fucking just gonna go up and hit it with my fucking quarterstaff.
Cool. Yeah, dodge, they get disadvantage.
With your
Sorry?
open
It takes an
palm.
action, so they get disadvantage against you.
Yeah, well, I can't do that because I already did my fucking invis thing, and that
Yeah.
was a bonus action. Whatever. How far away is it?
It's like 5 feet away. You're right next to it.
Oh, so I can hit it where I'm.
So you get up half prone, you got 20 feet of movement, you can just walk up to it.
Yeah.
What do you get to hit?
Is it 20?
Doesn't matter.
What do you get?
Oh,
It's
Doesn't
alright.
You got a one?
It's okay.
No, it wasn't a
Alright.
one.
That ends your turn.
It's an 11.
Next
Yeah, but can I?
turn. Sorry?
No. Never mind.
Next turn is you.
I look around and I'm like, oh my God. It's all on me.
Oh, Christ.
And I, with
Times of chaos.
I use my wild magic and witch bolt it.
Cool. So again, you just call for your dice.
Oh my God!
They flare up. This time they come out of the pouch.
Yeah.
And they begin circling around you, and you just
So
unleash the
that's
lightning.
advantage?
Yes. This time you know you're going to cast lightning.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
I can feel. Should I cast that on my attack roll though? Is that a thing I can do?
That's what you're doing.
Oh no, on the damage roll. Sorry.
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
advantage to hit.
Is it plus anything?
+5.
Oh, beans.
But do I get my charisma?
That is the +5.
That's
That's
the
like the
+5.
total. What'd you get?
13.
Oh.
Oh, beans.
It hits, but it just arcs off.
Oh, beans.
Oh, man.
That ends your turn.
Oh, man.
Next turn, it's the ant hag, and it
Oh.
looks to you,
I
recently
don't
been-
have that much people.
and it just walks towards you and tries to make a bite attack. That's a 13 to hit.
It's 10.
Farewell. Goodbye,
That's
baby.
10 points of damage.
I'm alive!
Alive!
Are you?
I have
You're all
14
pretty
hit
shit.
points.
Oh,
You have
shit.
14 hit points.
Uh,
You're always.
Constitution,
William
sorcerer.
Spinach lives to fight another
High const.
day.
So the mandibles grab you, but this time, instead of, since you're still conscious, you're now grappled.
Can
So
I?
it's got you.
But I'm still witch bolting.
No, it didn't hit. It's arced off now. The magic's faded. Sorry.
Oh no.
That ends
Oh.
his turn. and it's got it to its mandibles, and you can't get out. You're trying to get out, and everyone's like,
No,
"Ah, shit!" Next turn is you.
It's going real shit, guys.
So the goat thing, he doesn't get another go if I want to use that.
He's a bonus action to attack, isn't he?
Oh fuck yeah, hectic.
So you can
Alright.
still make a movement.
Let's whip out that crossbow
Yep.
and have a go for one of its hairy pincers.
Yeah.
Two.
And I'll
So you can attack with your crossbow and the goat. That's
I
sick.
think
Yeah.
so.
Magic goat.
What is it? What's the spell?
The spell is
Conjure.
spiritual weapon.
Okay, while you make the attack, I'll look it up.
Sick. Solid 16.
Thank you.
Plus 5?
At last! Oh, I think so. Well, wait, so it's no. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
this. I'll do the goat one. Yeah.
So what's this for? 16?
16 plus 5.
Yeah, hits. Yeah, which is this crossbow or the goat?
Do I get to do both?
No, they're different separate attacks. So what was this?
Cool,
Crossbow?
this is the goat.
Okay, so the goat begins to rear. So roll for damage. It's a D8 plus your plus whatever modifier you use. I think it's strength.
Strength.
Oh.
Can't be wisdom. How about wisdom?
You know, I think because it's a spectral weapon, the modifier is.
Yeah.
Just roll a D8.
Okay.
I think it might be.
Yeah, that's a D8. You got it.
Hectic.
You got it. 6.
Yes, spellcaster modifier, so it's plus 5.
What? And
So
what's the
11.
wisdom?
Plus 3.
Yeah, so plus 2.
No,
So,
9.
so plus 5.
Oh!
So what'd you get? 11?
11.
Yep. So, yeah, because she's proficient in it, then plus 3. So that's plus 5 on top of that. So yeah, the goat just moves through it, and it tears open one of its armored plates, and just ring, and you see some green blood begin to expel, and it looks to it, and it's
Is the
closes
is the
it
green
off.
blood dripping on the floor, and is
Yeah.
that green blood
Acidic.
acidic?
Correct. It's not like doing any damage, but it's falling down.
Yeah.
It closed
Um,
its own stuff.
yeah, it's a-
Ew.
That ends your turn. Oh no, you still get to fire because it's a bonus action. So crossbow
7 plus.
plus. Ooh, that's not gonna hit.
No, it's not going to hit.
That ends your turn. Next turn, it's Livia.
Alright.
So you've just seen it's been attacked
real
by the
dumb.
spectral goat. What are you doing?
Now it's time to do something real dumb.
Yep.
I'm gonna run at it with my daggers in my hands and try and get one in
Oh.
either.
Yeah, so you
like
want
one
to
of
jump
its
onto it?
many eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If I can get in there.
From the front or from the back? It's
Um,
quite large. You have to jump.
Yeah,
You have to
from
like
the front,
Yeah.
I guess.
Cool,
I
so
mean,
it's currently
the back, it's got that
with
big
its-
shell head.
with its manacles around him. You can
Yeah, I
you
can
can just
step
like get
on
up and try and jab the eyes.
That's a bit. That's
So can I get
three
you to
standards.
make a attack roll?
Yes. Let me do that real quick. Oh no! It's
What's
a
that?
2.
Oh, that's right. But you get another attack. So this so
Plus
you
4.
bring up. It's not gonna hit. So you bring up your dagger to try and hit, and it just barely misses. But you got another attack because you're using the dagger. So this is your bonus action to make a second attack.
Oh, it's a 16.
Hey, so this
Hectic.
time missing, you just use momentum to turn around and you jam one of the daggers into it and twist.
Yeah.
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love to see that.
That's a 3.
Hell
Plus your dex modifier.
Plus my dexterity modifier is.
And it's sneak
2.
attack because you've got an
Yeah.
ally adjacent to it, so roll a d6.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. 3.
3, so that's 9 points of damage
Yeah.
total. Cool. So you bring it up. Not only do you get one of the eyes, you bring it down. You manage to jab out 3 eyes.
Yeah.
6 of them still remain, but it's.
But I'm just sort of hanging on. For
Yeah,
dear
this time
life.
you're like, oh, it's like you're trying to keep it
Trying
in.
to touch the brain.
That ends your turn. Next turn, you hear Fernando Cell with his still sick guitar solo of everyone's yelling and cheering. And he gives you a bardic inspiration after that. Yeah, Livia! And Jeremy's like, go, go, go.
And what do I get from that?
Steal, Jeremy, steal.
Your turn. So you have a d6 you can use to attack, Livia.
Should have given it to me because I was going next, but that's fine.
RP, do it, doesn't it? Do it.
It's not about you, it's about the story.
You ready for attack?
I'm gonna fucking hit him in his head with my quarterstaff.
Yeah. So you bring up your quarterstaff and go in for a whack.
Yeah, I'm going for a whack.
Whack it
Whack with the
good.
H.
Wacky do.
Or whack it
Oh, jeez.
Okay, it doesn't matter. That doesn't hit. I'm gonna use a motherfucking key point
Yep.
and use flurry of blows. Immediately after you take the attack action in your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes
So,
as your bonus action.
Missing that, you quickly just tuck it away and you bring out your fists. Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. And I'm gonna. Do I have to roll twice?
Yes, because they're 2 melee attacks, right?
2 melee attacks.
Yeah, unarmed. So it's a d4 plus your dex modifier. So you connect, but it just hits one of its armored plates. It
Yes,
just
yes,
doesn't.
yes, I know. You know, it doesn't matter. But it looks cool.
It looks cool. Like you can see, it's like, and you're punching in its gut, and it's
Yeah,
moving backwards,
yeah,
and everyone's like,
yeah. And like, I could probably, if I did that a while, my fists would probably get hardened and
yeah,
cold.
callous. That's what you want.
Exactly.
That ends
So
your
you-
turn. Next turn is.
Am I
William.
still in his pincers?
Yes, you're still grappled.
Oh
So
my
you can still
God.
make movements, but you can't. You can still actions. But
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
move.
I'm like, oh my god! And I touch him where I can.
Mhm.
In fact, can I use my whole body to shock and grasp?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to shock and grasp my whole body.
Cool. Go for it.
What do I roll?
Roll an
D20?
attack roll.
You can't. I feel like you can't miss this.
It's about like if it's effective or not. That's how attack rolls work. Roll with advantage because you're in its pincers.
God.
15
Oh.
plus 3!
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
So you can feel it. You can't get your hands out to do the gestures and the motion,
Yeah.
but you manage to bring it. Kind of Super Saiyan moment.
Yeah,
Roll a
Does
roll a
my hair
d8.
go up?
It does.
I don't have any hair.
Roll a
Do you
d8.
not have hair?
Every time he does it, it
I
falls
have my
off.
hair shaved.
Yeah.
D8?
True.
D8. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have hair. There's 2 bald guys in the
4? Is it plus anything?
No, that's just 4 points damage. Cool.
So gross.
And you can hear.
Does he let me go?
No, you have to
Shave
make.
there.
You have to.
What? I just electrocuted him in his mouth. Why would he not let me go?
You have to use an action to try and get out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should have tried that.
That ends your turn.
Am I about
Next
to get
turn.
killed by not knowing?
Well, it's gonna let you go, and it's gonna look towards Livia, who currently has its eyes. You have a dagger in its eyes, and it's just gonna try and bite you now.
Cool.
That's a 9 to hit.
9?
9.
Yes.
That misses.
It misses.
Probably.
Yeah, it does.
Because
Cool.
10 is base AC,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So it goes to grab you, and you just dodge out of the way while keeping your
Hell
hand.
yeah, man.
That ends his turn. Next turn, it's you. Everyone's cheering. Get it. You can see now in the corner of your eye, Drakkar Lovelace is looking on intently. Everyone of the royal court is looking on like, this is...
Can I shoot your corner?
If you want to die.
Loki kind of love it. Like, where's this adventure gonna go?
Please don't. I've written so much.
I mean, like, aren't you a lawyer?
Me?
Apologies.
Apologies. I can smooth things over.
No,
I
it's
was a
cool.
bad
I would go for the
politician.
monster with the
You
gun.
don't know that yet.
It's a 16.
And little do you know, the monster with the eyes was Drakkar Lovelace.
he unravels into an insectoid. My son!
And I
You
would
will
have
pay
gone
for
with
that.
it. I want for you meddling kids.
Bloody all stuff.
I'll get you again! So...
16.
Yeah, that hits. So,
Fuck yes.
is this for the goat? Or
This
the...
is the goat.
Cool, yes, this is the goat. So your goat begins to ram again, so roll an attack d8 plus 5.
Cool, 4 plus 5. It's 9.
9.
Fuck yeah, dude, you're doing great.
Good rolls.
Doing a lot better than me.
Good rolls.
So you can see now the goat moves through it and gores once again, and this time the plate that it's moved off just pings off, and you can see now this beating heart. It's spewing out things, and it's like trying to cover it up as it keeps its like legs over the top, and it's like it's weakened, it's moving back, it's retreating in a way, but you can see that the acid inside it is like roiling up almost. And you're rolling for his crossbow.
Shoot for the heart.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Shut down the heart! Yes, you blame! You give her a bad name!
Hey! So roll for damage. You probably kill it. Roll a
Diamond inspiration.
roll a d8.
7, 8, 9, 9.
So you bring out your crossbow in a moment of like slow motion. You see the arrow, and it goes straight into the heart, and you can see it rears up.
And crushes Livia.
And you kind of like dodge out of the way and pull back,
Oh,
and
does
you
she?
hear a
I
land.
might need to roll for that.
Do you wanna roll for hero
I
land?
don't know if I do. That's a 19. I'm fine.
So
Yeah.
taking a page out of Gregory's book, you try to hero land, but this time you land it, and you
Yeah.
and you see
And
the
it looks
beast just
cool as shit.
collapse, and all you can hear is the goat, "Meh," and then everyone goes up in
And
an
the goat
uproar.
turns to Alupine and says, I'll always be there. In here. And then disappears.
The All-Stars have defeated the Ankhog! And everyone just goes wild and ballistic. You guys are slowly let out, and like the adrenaline's still humping up. And then you see Fernando come out. Oh,
Wait. How am I doing? Like, I'm on 4 points.
you're
How-
pretty bright.
I'm
Your-
like-
your arm feels like bruised. You can see a bit of blood pouring down, but your other arm is got a huge scar down it.
I try to I try to minor illusion the All-Stars again. As I feel like characters.
Rolls disadvantage.
Except this is a keyboard smash.
Yeah. 10. 13, 10.
10?
Plus,
You go to do it,
plus 15. 15. I get 15.
and you do it, and like the blood kind of like as you flex, it looks good. As you flex, the blood, and you're like, oh, and you keep yourself a
Do
little
I
bit.
lose a point of damage?
No,
I'm okay
I
to
don't want
lose
to
a
kill
point
you.
of
You're
damage
on like
for that.
3 health, aren't you?
I'm on 4.
Yeah, I don't want to kill you. Not just yet. So you guys head into the little foyer. That was amazing, and that's when Massian says, "Oh, very good." And you see Fernando come down. Amazing, wonderful, the All-Stars and Fernando Foreshadow defeating the Anthog.
Really proud of subtitle.
That
Be
was.
something like Fernando Foreshadows presents the All-Stars.
I can get behind
I can get behind that, but well
But
done.
then he has top billing.
Well done to you
But he's
four.
like- he's
Amazing
No,
work.
All Stars inclusive of.
I hope I helped out there, by the way. I was doing my best, but
Oh,
Fernando.
you did great,
We are so
Fernando.
grateful.
Bart's
Lucky
gonna
to
do what a
have
Bart's
you.
gonna do, eh? And you see Jeremy come around and be like, guys, look. And he brings out 80 gold.
What?
And then he puts it together and he pulls out a little gold necklace.
Something for Jim.
Okay, I take my 40 gold. Thank you. Yeah,
Wait,
you...
Oh, sorry. So,
Oh, yeah.
80 gold each.
80 gold each!
Doubled.
Woo!
Wait.
Cool. Wait, doubled?
Doubled. Don't fight it.
The odds were not against you in that case.
Okay.
It's too
We
much.
did,
Wow.
Okay, so
We should have bet.
put.
We should
Okay,
bet.
Wait, so we get 80 gold
We
each.
bought
and that's...
Jeremy here.
Well, that's plus, so like
He'll
the
pay
40
us,
gold
he'll
was
pay
minus, now you get 80 gold. So you're getting additional 40 gold total.
Cool.
Because you should have subjected 40 before. Wait, no, did you put, yeah, you
We
put,
only put in 20.
oh,
No, it's
No,
all
no,
done.
no,
it's
it's
all
double.
done.
I've already
doubled.
written on my character
it's
sheet.
doubled.
So
I did round down 40 because I added you two together. So 80 gold, 40 each.
Yes, so I take my 40.
I take
Yeah.
my 40.
Guys.
Sorry.
Wait, no, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry,
No,
Dad.
is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
What do we get for winning, though?
Huh?
What do we get for winning?
Jesus. How did we get to that? Ah,
We just
right.
want that money.
Your award. Here you go, and he gives you 50 gold each.
Hey,
I'm so rich.
I'm so hood.
Amazing, phenomenal. That was spectacular. My God, what a thing that was. Ah, amazing. If you come back tomorrow, there won't be something as grand. That was one of the best things we had.
What if we
But
come back in 2 days?
I would recommend checking out the jousting. If not tomorrow, you might have a good time with that.
Well,
It's a
they
different
know
talent.
the All-Stars.
Right, and All Stars should be all encompassing, right? So I should see you at the jousting tomorrow, right?
We got 50 gold each, right?
Yes.
What's jousting?
Good luck. I'll see you there tomorrow. The All Stars can do anything, and he walks out like
And
riding
ride
something down.
horses.
Amazing. Fernando's like,
Any of us have like vehicle proficiencies?
no, but you have a nature cleric.
Sorry?
You have a nature cleric. To be
Oh,
continued.
shit.
Anyway, so you
You
guys
want one
exit
heal.
out of the arena. And the night's getting a bit old, getting a bit late. It's getting about like 5, 6 p.m. You guys have done a lot today. And
Do we
it's
have
getting
the
to the back
meeting
end.
tonight?
No, the ball's in 3 days.
3 days, I think, yeah.
Wait,
Um,
we're not getting paid for 3 days for that?
No. You're getting the award for the orc.
Yeah, that's
Thing.
that's tonight.
That's coming tonight.
Alright. Let's get that.
Let me double check when the ball is. Sorry, because it is a time.
We
I thought it was 2
bank
days.
today.
Yeah?
The
I
ball-
want like
happens.
all new shit.
We can go shopping tomorrow.
Shopping montage.
Yes!
What
You
does
make
get on me?
I come out.
Oh no, the ball's tomorrow. Fuck.
What does a sorcerer need?
The ball's tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Can I get fancy tuxedos with higher armor costs?
We'll work on that.
Leather armor tuxedo.
A very
But you
fancy
guys find yourself celebrating the evening in the tavern, the Respite. We've got one more beat to cover. So as the evening draws to a close, you notice a few people in the tavern as you're celebrating your winnings. Everyone seems to be having a good time. There's a commotion outside, and Hathlick looks up and is like, "Is it Tolva again?" And then walking out, and you see a few people beginning to walk out after a few minutes, and you can hear loud voices. And so you find yourself eventually going outside, and what you notice is these strangely colored armored men, one in the crest of, let me just get this up, sorry, so much info.
You're such a shit.
One has this armor that looks like 3 stars between a mountaintop, and the other has this infinite sigil within a golden circle against a deep red background. You know these as the crests of Borun and Vin, respectively, and these seem to be 2 loyal knights or somewhat soldiers bickering about something. And it's gotten to the point where one of them is about to draw their swords. Now you notice that in the background, one of the green flowing armor, the ones of Lorien, they are looking on intently and are kind of almost goading them into a fight. And everyone seems to be going around. They're kind of yelling profanities. It's like, well, if we expand the borders, then you won't get anything you like. But we own the borders. We own the underground. If our tunnel ends here, that's where we belong. And it's getting to that point where it's getting to a real high point. And then one of them draws a sword, and the other draws his sword, and a few people draw their swords, and it gets a bit intense.
I yell, fight! Fight! Fight!
And people again join in. Fight! Fight!
Fight! I'm pretty drunk.
The yells die down as you notice the large dragonborn before the commander come in. What is the meaning of this? What is this going on? Dispose of yourselves. Get away! And he kind of comes in the middle and pushes them away. And everyone kind of goes about their business, but those who stay behind look on. And you see he pulls up the guy in Vin and says, "Go back to where you came from and stay there. Do not cause any commotion in Lorien. You are under our law and our land. You should not be bringing in your disputes here. That goes to the rest of you. Anyone who brings in old disputes or tries to argue during this peace treaty will be found guilty and arrested. I'll make sure I up the guard tonight. Keep the word out." And he kind of storms out at this point, very angrily. And a few people are kept to themselves, but the general knight begins to fell on from there, as you notice a more militarized presence begin to come in to the Harbinger Tourney.
Oh boy. Oh god.
And that's where we'll cut it tonight.
Woo! Wait, are we gonna pick up next time in this night?
How we did it last time, where you guys
Aren't we supposed to meet
Where's that
Lovelace tonight?
No,
that's
at the ball.
that's tomorrow night. This next session.
When do we get gold?
The gold comes. You get notes.
Wait. We were discussing payment with Lovelace. He didn't specify anything.
No. We get the money.
25 gold pieces each.
25 gold pieces each. Motherfucker. I transported.
And 1 ruby gem.
Right.
That's so you get that a lump sum.
Wait.
Oh,
So I assume you split it evenly.
I'll take the gems.
So
No,
100
no.
gold and 4 rubies.
Oh, it's how many gold for?
Actually, no.
Play high
No, sorry,
Uzi
that
for
was
it.
something else.
Oh,
No, you did. Yeah, 100
Yeah.
gold and 1 ruby and 4 rubies. So
4 rubies. Okay,
25
cool.
each and
Okay.
one thing.
And we want to play dice for this?
No.
How much gold are you guys
We'll
at
play
right now?
high.
You don't need.
Yeah, you don't need to know that.
It's not important.
I'm worried you guys is gonna
Enough
leave.
to have a very.
Sorry.
I'm worried you guys is gonna leave the tourney and be like, I'm rich.
Enough to have a
But we'll
very
pick this
good
up next time. With the 3rd day of the Harbinger Tourney, including the ball, potential jousting, and who knows what else.
Julian, what
And
does a sorcerer buy?
Oh, thanks for tuning in, everyone, for the first episode of the Harbinger
Oh,
Hey!
Is it that fun?
It was a pretty good episode. We met a unicorn.
Well, they're not gonna tell everyone.
They are gonna tell
exactly
everyone.
They're going to
do.
tell the proper authorities.
Oh my god.
I train my crossbow
Yeah, I-
on Gregory.
If you shoot me,
I
you
get
might
ready
shoot
to
Park.
witch bolt the
I would
guards.
never shoot.
Oh, I cast command on the guards.
Which one?
Both of them. I'm sure you can do it as a group.